ehwe ninjuma odi ewo kwabenya electoral area no ene se na ekoso ewo ho ne niama na challenges are of him. Ivan Sapia was standby on the sports update ebebre. Clement so ever joining me on a Fabia now you're having discussion on stories making trends on social media and other traditional media. Or Sunday active bites ebebre entertainment updating so ho. Teacher say ene in Sembebre near Becca wants a political discussion and so ebebaso. Intimate ko baby more dia so we pet TB esi winchain na chese onom kaka crafita no pay ya ekusi 10 o'clock aye dijumedie no ebeba ewieye meda Fihankra designs e koba be the number be to jabat owo Ablekuma Pentecost Junction ude udu hope udu ona ka so hwe Ablekuma Pentecost Junction na obia ebecho Fihankra ho na Ruby's Elegance so ye makeup ye anope bia de betina ha no ono na otaichi a oye mobile friend will be bia obeba me koba with the numbers of betudwa intime ko be bia bo modern so do comment any wonsem ana wonsem bi senyina ebeba ewo WhatsApp number na ewo screen no so no na chese edin komo ama bibia ayefe ye dane ye ho abase ye ba Ivan Sapia at the sports updates every.
Good morning once again. Our active morning. So on the power so it's a brand new day, and we are in a brand new month too. Until the stories ni be na na yaboaboa no e free amanone efisemu ana e bro our active TV. So na efisemu ni be na no e wonsem be coaches amaba amo hwese amobanya Ghana Blasters atiase ambetimi anya akonya se ambetimi atoto ne ma aboaboa the Blasters of Ghana and ambetimi akoyi ho transfer ho nsem be na no ana ekoso wo Ghana memu ha na ibi mpo amanone do transfer window no aclose yan so ho nsem be na na eba out active sports ya boaboa no ayede bro or active morning. So na ye sha ase dia na efisemu ni mu no Great Olympics am coach aye friend no Ano Walker ana papa we or the interest and I say or the ababa to just say why na nya Blasters on coachi na Ghana Blasters there ye frel se be coachi is a big opportunity at the mount just say ultimate say papa no the interest Blasters coaching you know very high pa na no or say senyame ya adom na bia mutimi frɛ na amoto mo nsa frɛ ne sɛ ombra Magic Blasters bobokuo no na onso so ano de a na ne ono de ohuni sɛ local players no beburi na ebobompo ana sɛ amomodembo esto ani echen foreign players na ono no de sɛ onya timi be so team no mu de a ene ye na ne dadwen ne kodanda nyina no local players in Kwana chese ono or the ombe grooming the Black Stars of Ghana and on in someone papa your friend Arno Walker great Olympics and coach and also in someone or the betu Ghana na yeto aso dia Jemfi abrantia your friend Jemfi usina kan edema Aduana Stars enei ono na we ni NASCO month as you said that's a NASCO month no that was December ya itwemu ono na otimi wini ye no na je say oni embranti bi te say Augustine Okra ene David Abagna Sadna sa embranti na no oni omo compete so betimi wini the NASCO player of the month no of December itwemu eno ana branti enei wetimi wini o honom so a ene yede ho nsembro o share 5 goals in NASCO tournaments no ana oma 2 assists eno so na ensema ifri hoba yede ebro na Kevin Prince Boateng ana ne former wife minkase ne wife here ne former wife Malisa Shatta eno na papa abrant maame no erebetu dwa say ono de when seeking for divorce na emumu no abranti friend Kevin Prince Boateng ono na court say oni ababawa your friend Malisa Shatta no amun divorce anase tinto ntan obi empene ba bi mfa no o se ha ne yie pa na so enei de o se ase watu bibia atwene won ene watu bibia atwene nti ababawa your friend Malisa Shatta ene abranti your friend Kevin Prince Boateng obesi akan edema the Black Stars of Ghana enei ababawa de ababetu dwa say amu divorce ana jaya amujaye no ntem amotete ye no enye infino na abranti your friend Kevin Prince Boateng ono ana de December 2 dwa say opeso ne ababawa no ati ase obia emfa ne ba bi enwo ene anwade intimisia into obia emfa ne ba bi eno ne nsema Malisa Shatta enso de babetu dwa ede ehun nsem bre na Steven Apia ana ne Kevin Prince Boateng ya na oka ho nsem say abranti your friend Steven Apia o say ebra obesi akan de man the Black Stars of Ghana no timu say papa no na ne body mbo so ni do ono na ye captain of Black Stars team no mu nanso wa anye selfish da wa anye pesami nkumunya ati ase no ne twi kasa no wa anye pesami nkumunya na emumu no se ne ho edodo no anase oni ahoden ode besi akan ede ama the Black Stars of Ghana ne de akola keto akora wo bencha otimi ka kire coach ni se on fa abrantie we embo ana ontimi fa abrantie we ensi akan no na enei no akwese Black Stars no obi ti pai na kora achenchena opeso obo because ono ye captain na ye say o kan sem na akosi bibi so nanso me de me monipa ne di because ono ankasa wa monipa ne di nti enei nsema Kevin Prince Boateng ade ababetu dwane say ne ema amotim no etimi kon kan ebra obesi akan de ma the Black Stars of Ghana no enyina ye say na pesemi nkumunya eni team ni mu as selfishness eni team ni mu na nei no as obi ne hododo no ne tese ne ko achia ne nan po abu achenchina opese osi akan ase titiri mpo ose ekoma captains na mo the Black Stars of Ghana ni mu say obi wa ne ho mfa no nanso chenchina na obesi akan nanso olden days no and I say ebra obesi akan edema the Black Stars of Ghana 2014 2015 2016 ne de na che say ono hu ne say players bibude na e team no mu ana pesemi nkonwa eni o mafa say mo hu sa mo modern mo e form mo mankasa team chire coach ni say Fabrante we bo no betimi esi akan ni yi but ne de enye sa na tie the Black Stars of Ghana akache ho no mo so a ene yade ehun sem e de bro na ena no ada ana majority leader in Sembi abetujwa efa Chris Wooten ho na majority leader no say ono de ohun ni say Chris Wooten ni style of play ni ade ne nyina te say papa ye friend Jose Mourinho fe coach ya ye kan ho asemi ye nya appointed ni so ye Black Stars coach na so enei asensembi bi na ekoso ebi say yemfa Utuado ebi say yemfa Chris Wooten ene nsembi bi na no ana majority leader o say Chei Mensa Bonsu ono ede nsembi ababetujwa say Chris Wooten waba Ghana ha say no de ono ohun ni say oye Jose Mourinho achiriba pati ase oye Jose Mourinho achiriba na oye abrantie bia ono otimi esiesie mabu anase otimi siesie mrantie na amutimi ekoko ano because oye bi ewo Brighton and Hove Albion ebro ode om qualify every championship eba Premier League ni mu no eno ne ensembly majority leader honorable Osei Chei Mensa Bonsu ono so de betu dwa na je say back in de ohun nti na je say no ene na ase wanya support ba ko ho no so a ye hwe ase bibia betimi akoyi ama no say ye de ejuma ne be ma no anase yemfa ma no emre ne krabia betimi akire na so active sports ye de akire a ye hwe say bibia be ko bia na ye be mo aso ate wa wo fie no na Lampard ana nei ye appointed no as Everton head coach no Andra ano hyase ede ne mabu no start training what you say na otimu say Lampard in the first training dey hard one pa na eno otimu say na players ni star players ni bebre na Everton bobu ko no bra amko holidays no bebre na report to amo training grounds na amo ye training na producer ewo video na or the beto so na fi wahwe training na ekoso ewo Lampard akachi ebra Lampard in the first timer wafa Everton bobu ko na odi omo you know so what you say ha no na ekoso ho Lampard ne bodembo eso ani na ohia atoto bibia say betimi akoye ho no eno so ne ensemo a ekoso ewo Everton akachi na no ne yeguza say Lampard adwuma na mpanifo bebre na no edwane ho so abrante ne de say what you say edua bu ana so nyina bubu mpanifo odwane no what you say ne nkora na mabunu de ye hosokra ne ye kwatena edi ye nkomo tie no ana brante no Frank Lampard wakwaji bobuku na eno so odi omu eye training ho ehwese amo first match eba so over the weekends no obetimi ahwe atoto bibia ye na nkonimdi etimi ayo mo dia ho enene ensema ekoso ho so me de brew na transfer ho nsem no Accra House of Folk ana enedai we say ade no yesi kuntu hwan a na chia na eko na okwa so na ekopema oso san wachi ba na Sule Ali Muntari enei Accra House of Folk announce no say oye player edema Accra House of Folk ko si season no ebe yende nti enei Sule Muntari obe sign 1 year deal ede ama Accra House of Folk ai nei no ono so ehwe say bibia betimi atoto ye wo ho ne no ana Accra House of Folk amo manager and I say I'm coach betu bia say Sule awabe join the team no encouragement and I say encourage sem bebre na so the mabubuko no ana nije sem so the the young players na omobubuko no na mo hwese am betimi asua bibia free no because our experience pa ye football no munti omo hwese bibia betimi akoye the ama player no na niam so akoye the ama Accra House of Folk na ye to aso de Kamal Sowa Kamal Sowa akọ signing 1 year deal the ama AZ Akman Free Club Brugge na Abrante we free Dream Academy FC Ghana has say joining Leicester City na Leicester City no I say niama enkoyi ho ni playing time crowd na ye dey man no ne ko joining Club Brugge na Club Brugge na say ho no ne more akoso ani pa ho yi a ne AZ Akman enso aton safra Abrante ne say I say o mesa ne contract emfa omo na onsi akan emfa omo te ne Abrante no onsi akan emfa ma Club Brugge bio o hwehwe ne de ya I say AZ Akman ho ana obehu Abrante no wo Belgium mani mu ate asenti ne no I just say Abrante friend Kamal Sowa we see we bu na ketemu e de akire AZ Akman osi akan wo ho no na Fatao Dauda transfer ho sem na wo Ghana heya nso Fatao Dauda I say nei ebra Asante Kotoko omo so amotimi release am Abrante friend no Abaloa ati ase eko Terrace no amatonsa area free Fatao Dauda the former coach and I say former goalkeeper the Blasters of Ghana no enei Fatao Dauda ajoin Asante Kotoko enso kosi se season no ebeyende ebra Abaloa so ajoin Terrace also ene nsema ifriba ayede ebrel na Aubameyang ena no adat me ebrel me the story we brel say Aubameyang na je say dia ene de or joining Timbo ko e friend of Barcelona and on nsema eba na nei no ana che say Aubameyang nsem ba ko mienu bi na course na che say e ka na 18 months ewo Arsenal bobuko no ma ene amahode bi a oye enti no Arsenal for terminate the contract no ati ase amo terminate the contract papa your friend Mikel Arteta say o hia Abrante ni bi o bobuko no mu enti ene amo terminate papa your friend Aubameyang ai ne no okopie mu o Barcelona enya announce ne say ama sign no na so enra day na Abrante no join team no ewo training ground am gi training fefefe ewo ho no so ene no ye hwe nim say ene ndra Barcelona for the betu bia say ene kosi say yi online be bo no amo de Abrante no eba betu bia say afide amo sign no no ana ye hwe say either say obetimi asia kan ewo Europa League no ebra Barcelona drop it to Europa League no and I say untimi asia kan because the rules ewo game no say o sign players are no matter players be able sign no emu trepe na obetimi asan register tournament bia na oboni mu apart from La Liga no and I say o main league na obono eno ne nsemo a ekoso ho nso a dey brought here nei na say Barcelona for am signing 4 players 4 players ne o see emu trepe and am register omo for Europa League ekoso no am signing Abrante Ferran Torres if we Manchester City nei so Dani Alves so e be PM ho ana na no me de betu dwan so say Abrante your friend no osida kan edema Wolverhampton ono so omo sign no nti other players bi so omo sign ne kan ho say ne no omo hwese kwan ana mo be drop no e dey free 4 players omo sign say omo de kopie mu ewo Kampunu no ene yi hwana amobe drop no eno ne nsemo a eno so ekoso ho na Dele Ali ene yi ono so wa join Everton Bubuko no as a free agent as I say ama wa join Everton Bubuko no as a free agent ono so okosi akan e de ama omo ho eno so ye de ehon nsem e de bel na Dembele ale na no ade na transfer the last window no as I say last day of the transfer window no Barcelona for Premier League teams be say mo me fa Brantian because Aubameyang you person sign no you sign no so you person register no because sika na chese what you say Dembele eje no anu ohyepa yi anka mutimi offload Brantian fe no Ousmane Dembele anka mo ho be hehan mo pa yi nanso ene Ousmane Dembele ono de o see Barcelona no person otena for the end of the season nti e dey na chese Barcelona for amodadwen nyina na anka mo person mo offload Ousmane Dembele no Brantian ne de o see o person otena kosi say season e be yende nti after the season you know team bia ope Ousmane Dembele no na e was say etie from Vancheme na e was say oh ye fast what you say na okoho na o transfer and I say won sense won sika sem nyina de koto dwa na hwe say Abranti e friend Ousmane Dembele obetimi agepene e dey abesi akan na last minute no Chelsea mpo e try say omo be sign Abranti no nanso ono de na Chelsea Barcelona for ne kure push de match Chelsea nanso Abranti ne o say otena Kampunu kosi say season no ebeyande eno so ne nsem ana Zabi so de ababa tudwa say Abranti no o ma ne nsi akan ye ne nsi akan ye o chera nti Dembele be na Kampunu the rest of the season without playing even a single match e don nsem a ekoso e wo ho no mo I don nsem bro na my last story no National Football League na say me can National Football League o say o te NFL no amo hye yi dade achebi de amonsa ebobo no wan hwe na ohwen betu ne waso kra tete ato no eno ne nsemo ifro na Abranti a ye friend Tom Brady ono the best and I say we are seeing nyina no if you say NFL no e hye ase no ono ne Abranti a say championship ne de and I say champions ne de waji bebre medals ne de edem medals ye den ma no obebre ono ne Abranti a say osi akan e wo NFL no my friend Tom Brady enei Abranti ne de ababa tu ya say afidie what you say we are say de oba na say ofro koso e so oteto form na enye say we de enye nteto form o te aba form abeje na home because wa bre ntin o say o the retirement date e de ababa tu ya ni no o hwesa Abranti no obe retire e de free NFL Football League ni mu nanso Abranti no e de ababa tu ya nti Abranti Tom Brady na che say ni no o de ababa tu ya say o te say wa retire e ma na enye wanwa because obre etwa ema ohome nti Abranti no o say afedie wa bre obeje na home e ofie so na bibia so e de akoyie wo honom e de ama no na ensem no ni nyina ni enei matches bibiri na so ana be koso on say AFCON no ene matches wo ene nyame yadom wo china quarter final na semi final na e be koso no bibiri na matches na wo ho ana so ye de ho nsem be follow ni ye de ho nsem e de abro memma wo remfi so be follow Active TV or Facebook at Active TV and on Facebook afi okwa no akwa like no wa share na afi o commenting so ato and afi YouTube so Active TV GH and so wetimi akọ mo na afi akọ subscribe say the way notification you know but the better on you start bibia no wetimi anya notification no wa follow yen what you say na bibia so akọ so wa no ho no na because answer na mekọ no Ababawa na say mami bi amene na say ababawa yes ababawa bi amene ne tifi ene ne birthday ene Mrs Comfort ene your birthday pa ene no da bi we dey fache me endra mumu na your birthday but endra no mantene ntem anopa we ya na mete ye nti ene dey na say happy belated birthday at command wo hono mo so ene no I say what me nkade ya Evans me na me dey same way and so ere bro nti Active TV say the medical akachiro no your nipa be ma Active Morning so ebekoso akoso na Active Bite and so Clement and so aje akonya anase wagidwa our Active Bite ere bro say be na na ekoso ere bro nti stay tuned, don't go away.
Do you know the world is being ruled by the ideas and inventions of generational thinkers?
The Wright brothers invented the airplane. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Though they are dead and gone, their ideas and inventions are still benefiting mankind.
Our boarding house, so comfortable, a home away from home indeed.
We are the young inventors, and as generational thinkers, this is where our researches are conducted for inventions.
Ici, c'est notre bibliothèque où nous faisons nos recherches.
Do you want your child to be a generational thinker? I introduce you to
Pure City International School.
Day and boarding.
Admission is open from preschool to JHS.
Memwako aba eba Kratos eba clinic. Mini Dr. Penia meda clinic yano. Medin NT Dr. Samura Santientry. Me alliances doctor clinic yinso alliances clinic abama yitumi say yitumi eye aduma. Yare bebrebe ehu aduma ene eye ewa ha. Baby awo bi afahye wotiri mu say yehwe apenfo di apenfo awo asomdwuma yenye omo operation. Dompe abu eno nso ye hu aduma pa. Yen ene afi 2021 aban ebo ya baso na yenya abaso bode ye say e obi a yebo modern ewo stroke ayarehwe mu pa. Eno achi no yare a ebite say sexual weakness, prostate disorders and prostate problems and as infertility your pulse your yare ahodo bebre a ebrinti yentumi nka nkyerɛ obetumi age number eno afre doctor ewo 0247 77 1981 and 0261 425985 hwe clinic actually kwan ewo Pokuase Afiaman ye ben Presby transformer ye yeduma free edwoda ekosi memenda anopa no nwotwe kosi anumere nonum ne efa na enso se memenda de a kai na hye nso se ye pon anumere nonan enefa. Kratos wish you good health. Kratos the power to heal.
Okay, because so ada masese wo share Active TV, Active Morning Show, ewo Facebook, usa share so ewo TV so ewo Even Sapia, ewo na so the sports updates every. We do know ewo train komo afa stories are trendy ewo social media na traditional media na Fabia and Clement Abeka Pensa. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Upa menje so mele Clement na kumo e.
Boko rounds way.
Nyame adome ho ye. Fabia Akentin. Ede say.
Nyame adome na so.
Nyame adome ho ye na
happy birthday.
Na me birthday who celebrating you.
Your birthday waba nine children no good tables. What a disgrace.
Yes, all cow TV so. Interior ni appetizer.
Okay, into we are message mama chicken man meko. Why?
O ko e dem ho.
Na say o ma biska na ma cause to anya ma bro.
Me am do baby, me na me sama ska quarter there. I don't know who person do you as say.
Into your first akonya Clement me nkata on your behalf.
Yenko.
Your first akonya we so on behalf of the morning team. Wishing morning show team.
All the crew
and everybody, I mean Active TV. Yema Ajeni Mboatin Ajayi. happy birthday,
Okay.
a glorious happy birthday. Kasanyami Nkosensha. Despite the bottom some na say we training, you know, he's a lovely person.
I love certain
But yeah,
guys.
him na yeah, no, I don't understand. What did I want to?
That's not my amoye. That's not my amoye.
Ezia Kasanyami sha kese amauja kese. Oh, sumufi adu enkoto adu.
Okay.
Sister on that to say after
Let me. Patrol, those calling me. You know perfectly well say I'm on air.
but we will be from move first come back and pick it.
Yes, I wish you.
Say amomo I say I man.
More now, pray for.
Eh, ba fa me na ba kwai.
If you go for, I say, hey, who do
Me say pa
that?
kwanya we so I wish me a sister Penny Eva Jemfo a educhumwa. My happy birthday, Kessie. One crazy sister of mine.
Let me know can I find pound. Oh, you're very
One crazy sister of mine. She's so
I say peace square.
lovely.
Charlie.
It's my main casa.
Me no.
I'm happy birthday. Baby, I will be a yamin show. Once you move your doom, got to add money. Kese. Now, Tony Cosa, kese.
Oh, and then
She's hey, me I'm not sure uniform.
very nice.
But and present never banning in I have a BBM one.
I'm in Master Richard, opposite active TV, and then Inama, Omo third born, Parkosi.
Okay.
And just Sunday also did a birthday in the observation of happy belated birthday.
Okay.
Parkosi, yeah.
Okay. It's some apple idea. Mene Fabiatis stay. You say weekend. You
Say dear Ben Ichi.
You be dinner. Na yeah. Koye we. That I say that weekend we. Obe mama ko Dubai. Ako.
That's nice. Wabogu was here. Delilah.
Minimobia, you can't say Uncle Dubai. Also, be choosing a boyfriend over Dubai.
Unnecessary stories.
Now, guys, you will be back as a wow.
I saw you will be there.
I never choose relationship over traveling. It's really
Makama it's ebi a ọ̀chịrị ya mi battery ni so say bi a
and you call me
na ọ̀chịrị dem
na say o passport na na obi za o hu bebe
oni bi oni bi
wo hu nura na aje pesa nura na numere na e pon ye na
say that the possible na
that's nice na say you we be akra chi o be friend be Dubai
where Dubai dey full plane no
me that so wa no ko
be full it ọ̀chịrị say we hu mo show this one dem ko Dubai hu mi wa house so there if you have for akose kambu
it is an zoom
okay make we still show the fee Dubai but anyways 11 still etemu your parliament say o try and check you see a minority say omo dey some more trends aban e di 11 in Beba parliament but majority that say omo we consultation here into omo say ene and then omo dey 11 ebeba minority so aka say omo person to kwabe CV and omo train na speaker of parliament and gasa embra back na they should leave
sure there should be order but I dey way there say economy be I shall say collapse here these are the things that happen them say man for adwin share that ma so sir sure
okay another we Mike Isibe Yeboah former MPP MP ono fa bekasa o say 11 no the issue is say 11 wouldn't solve Ghana's problem aban no watch no so that aban should admit and go back to IMF
sure 11 there from the one even if you can say you beje 5% kwa na aban ka so beje 5% kwa na it means solve it because you go krom ha yenim sika afa aban sem yenya esom faso bia yenim sika ese ayira yenya bibia mfamfrim what they are saying to clearly you don't need anybody to come and tell you say you don't need any evidence again before so be who say 11 no sika no entumi enfanya hwe and of course ene ma umka say on the 11 be entumi so nye see ye di bikriti adwuma ye de be ye ya kwan it is never possible sika na yesi sika kese eba sika kese eira ye misuse sika kese ye ntumi afani nyina anye the needful now sika ketwa na betumi aye da bia meka say ade 50 Ghana anye no 20 Ghana betumi aye
but o share aban we are when they were in opposition they accused the past government say we're generating more sika. The time when you have more revenue, we're fine. But when this government,
more than
what the previous.
Yes, who said the then NDC government no more share the previous NPP, whereby under Akufo administration, where IMF ne sikabi ebeba hepekene ade bebre nti ase do se na economy no hardship kra na na bi solve problems na nkakra o say ase nti based on sa na marketing kiti bia no mfi no e problem no na NDC for the general so ka say that time na it is but now NDC for time na ba umia ene one video bi cry bebo on borrowing economy no e collapse videos bi ba ku mienu bi nti sa time no so no na go say NPP abanso hu ni say no na NDC so e bobo sia bebre a o mfa nya hwe because for time there you could clearly see near a project way even under HEPEC we near a project way but NDC by an NPP felt say they could have done more than Kufuor administration which of course it is expected from Ghana for also expected say previous current government we have and you have to do more than the previous ones because you to Abama thinking say previous one engineer to Abama new government what they say until now NPP for also buy then yet is need those kind of statements and promises near the idea no or my yama Ghana for adwin abaniema bebre so that is why at times in go be making certain statements I want here on tiase based on those promises and on be making thinking say omo hu se sika no eda ho NDC for enhu ye and I say NDC for hu sika no use but now
for very economy na why do
tax is 11 now I say 10% make be
okay video bi mame finance current finance minister how he accused the previous government say they were into a lot of borrowing now yeba I will just tell you how much this government has had over the previous years. He said, producer, video that I read here, was stand by with my boy Amaye.
Byte and so this similar video behind the ball active byte and also it has to do with the
finance minister here no na finance minister can offer it no can in same beach say also abaya or what sort of the Bosian Kwana or Mobona yet to develop the country without say
into in fact Bosian
and the lobby country which okay I say and then no yes
but in two things Bosian a bit to develop the economy a bit to collapse the economy sure two things
but anyway my main show about with school mania over the period of mobile from 2017 mobile power till now revenue kwa mania 400 billion Ghana cedis 400 billion Ghana cedis
Chema Ghana for no way more than
400 billion Ghana cedis okay a car buso mabo 220 billion Ghana cedis
okay
eti omo kwa revenue mania no na what they call we hear this in China COVID-19 buy no IMF MIN $1 billion $1 billion and
World Bank
buy $100 million and some corporate Ghana any other individuals COVID fund no heritage you see obaye no heritage fund e wo ho and no dey run free SHS
say it is
so what you say communicator be and say any party say yeah the boss say the free SHS oboa because in all their budgets no they stated clearly say heritage fund nobody running the free SHS
yes and communicators no mu ana
you understand
it's so if
very serious
I mean a primary students will
notice 220 billion what generating this what generating over 400 billion Ghana cedis then me person I say what this government need E-levy for any shade.
Say na me can because kakesi afefem.
From day one we've been saying say E-levy can't do anything.
From day one. So
and yeah, more Joy FM and a multimedia group. Omo analysis. Me person say are you ready? That producer ebo my. Okay, producers are ready. You share say video no. Na you do one come.
At least what we understand, and this is majority leader and others giving us an indication. Deputy majority that even mentioned it boldly that government has considered and has actually proposed a possible reduction of the E-levy from 1.75 to 1.50, and that's part of what put to the minority in the meeting. And apparently, it also ended in this stalemate. So the people did not really agree to this particular proposal. But I don't know what you think, whether 1.50 is a less draconian, has what they call it, a position that, well, at least the presumptions that government is moving from what used to be 1.75. Even though we've heard people say in times past that government will not move a bit on this particular one, it looks like now there's some concession being made. If you ask me personally, I am 100% opposed to the E-levy in all of its forms. It has not been justified enough for me. In fact, the worst of the conversation we are having is the attempt to blackmail the people. I gave you a job to do. You failed at the job, or you're telling me that you're failing at the job. And so I should give you more resources to do so. And you're telling me that my entire livelihood is at risk because you failed at the job. And this, I mean, the new conversation that, oh, the economy will collapse. So please, the economy will collapse. So if you don't give us this, that admission alone should lead to people saying that I can no longer do the job. So I'm handing it over to you. Let new people, fresh ideas, go on and do it. But that's not what we are hearing. What we are basically hearing is the general blackmail that, hey, the entire economy is on the brink of collapse. The 7 billion, the drop into the 145 billion is what is going to collapse the economy. Well, I mean, I don't know what you're saying. It's the way that's moving.
Well, I mean, talking about new people here, you're asking for the government to resign or probably change the manager of the...
Yeah, because there are people who are directly managing this economy.
So you're talking about the need for government to probably, change the finance minister.
Yeah.
Ken Ofori-Atta, who Kwame Pidgin described as borrowing, and finance ministry is not just about borrowing and spending.
Yeah, because from 120 billion to 334,
44 billion now.
Yeah, 204, imagine.
Now, I've always talked about the fact that government, as part of its consultation, should be talking about reducing the E-levy. And so, I mean, having read the articles by, Issa, having also read what, Dr. Ali Nacho has said, I think that between 0.5 to 1% would not be a bad thing. So now that government is willing to, reduce, as part of the consultation process, I wouldn't mind if the minority would push, for instance, a 0.5%. Now, the principle also is the fact that, look, as it stands now, we have other options. We could choose to cut down on expenditure. We can choose to, cut down. I mean, when you and I had the conversation,
general government.
Hold on. When we had the conversation on state of play, you made a point. When I talked about blocking leakages, you said, look, this is something we have talked about in this country all the time.
Every time.
So what we can do now is to cut down expenditure. Now, in cutting down expenditure, we're going to be cutting down on discretionary expenditure. That will be goods and services or capital expenditure, because we can't do anything about our statutory payments. If it's even in arrears, we can't do anything about our interest payments. We can't do anything about amortization. We can't do anything about wages and salaries. So if we are prepared, and I am saying that,
but we can remove more government officials from the wages and salaries.
So I was going to say, who said we can't do anything about wages and salaries?
Article 71 office holders constitutes 0.00 something of the wage bill. Very, very little.
But it is still significant.
Very, not so significant. When you look at our wage bill, Article 71 of
it still can do something
not
else.
So significant.
You're not getting the point of significance. No. It's you see, when you do actions like this, you are sending two clear signals. They may be real or just ceremonial. The ceremonial part of it is me willing to sacrifice. So, for example, today, if the executive president tells us that, listen, I have, let's say, 80 ministers, I want to cut down to 30. Because I need you people to understand that everybody's going back. I'm going back to talk to the CEOs who are making losses, that your salary is completely slashed. you are actually leaving the office in the next year if you don't bring us back to a profit position. Those are the drastic things that people think that you mean business. Not the merely, you know, not really touchy, basically
business as usual.
Yeah.
And you're asking us to sacrifice for you.
So even the symbolic gestures are significant.
Yeah.
They are significant because if you drive in 20 V8s to a town hall to come and tell me that I must pay a tax every time I'm making a payment for everything, because you mismanage the economy.
Remember sometime government had a plan that when we are traveling together, we'll put ministers in the bus.
So
if
you do that, and then you come and ask me that I must make this sacrifice every time I make a payment. Already I paid tax when I got my salary, or when I made my income through my business or whatever. Now that I have paid my tax and got my income, everything I want to buy, everything I want to pay for, I must pay you government a tax. Look, the principle of it, I'm against it. So when I hear about reduction from 1.75 to 1.5, it's kind of like somebody saying that, look, I know I have to rape you, but you know what? I'll only go one round. No, I mean the principle is wrong. The principle is wrong. So look, if you have something like Easy Pay or whatever, those apps, you pay tax every time you use that, right? When you take money from your mobile money account into Easy Pay, you pay tax. Yeah. Then it comes into Easy Pay. Then you want to use it to maybe send it to somebody's account. You pay tax again. That is rape. I'm not exaggerating. I've already worked, suffered, earned my money, paid you tax. I've already paid for the road you want to construct. I've already paid for the 111 hospitals you want to build. I've paid. You have mismanaged it. And you are coming to tell me that I must now pay every time I'm making a payment. I must give you some of my money. And you are negotiating with me how much? It's ridiculous.
Say they are buying say also beto
ukoto Obama na waka to me beto mo na de but we dey nya me ye no 1 rand.
Since I buy say me say me tax no but the matter so about 1.5. Clearly she said what say the enlightenment no I can want some every day wa hana. Yeah, some people don't want to get
it. Say politics.
I think see no journalists are beginning to speak for the people.
Sure. Because it is one of our core mandates. What I say, we represent the society. We represent the voiceless. So among for grievances, now among for problems. That is why at times I make us say we share program go TV. So now you feel say a very touchy. Now among Nipani make sense. You have to contribute in a way. You get it because in as much as I be kasa, yemi and say you bet my friend. Technical team ni na atena akasa sa, but I can tell you say somebody watching at home can make one statement, one suggestion. It will be better than nipa bibira atena say. You get it. So programs like this, when you are watching, then you contribute. Say your mind.
Kwame Nadazi can say me say even if we pay for the e-levy, the government must give us assurance and say no, make it. Or say, even if Ghanaians will pay, and Ghanaians will trust government, say, you see, all these things are the government can say, Ghanaians can say, will not pay. It's based on trust. I don't know what I say. If Ghanaians will even trust the government and pay the winner, government need to give us assurance and say, ministers now, you're cutting down about 30. Oko NPA, National Petroleum Authority say, you are about deputy CEOs, there's a 4 or 5. National Petroleum Authority, what are they doing?
So me personally, it shouldn't be done after the bill has been passed. What catch us all pass out by you? Oh yeah,
Fabia, whether
we are, and no crowd never will be but
I don't support it whether after or before. The point is, he said
that now it still affect us. If he does these things, and no better will be adding. Better can say nipa 50 na year at least. So you see a 5 pen a for it at least when you be a 20 do. It's you take the drastic actions before you come and say you are passing the bill. But you don't wait and say oh passing here.
And as okate sa anya okate o musika na onya e-levy. because the monies they are making there, monies or misuse, mismanage, I can tell you, say, more than somebody accountable more than you. So, change you pay change. The average Ghanaian will still suffer.
Yes, that is very true. My point is that after receiving all these monies, 400 billion Ghana cedis revenue. Why Bobisia 220 billion Ghana cedis? You put all this money together. There were a lot of funds. I
so already 12 point something.
12.85 billion, almost billion cedis, and also I am COVID-19.
World Bank,
and prior to COVID-19, we were being told that the economy was very massive. It was strong. It was robust. You call lockdown as a catch and say economy no yet debe enye. 2021, so GRA made us believe say the economy was robust because almost to me exceed revenue target. They exceeded their revenue target. So the point is, with all this CKE, you couldn't use it to solve the problem that you want to solve now. Now all the peanut way, and if it's it's a projected figure.
Boss amount. Boss then Ghanaians will feel say, oh, it's kaki to so they will buy into it. But I'm telling you, the moment a Ghana for a mistake, except so more autocratic democracy, no more impose way. So the moment a Ghana for just idea Ghana for will later come to know say, hey, idea we you own analysis last one I know or say Obrenya Nisika. Na obi a odi bia ekoto bank ne ate o twen bia free bank ne ate o twen free bank de akwa ha ne ate enti udi a ye betete so it will be more than that 175 normal can. And this is the country we are living in now. Government is poor in education. Bibi ekoso omo ma educate public no basa no ma be kan say ye beti we ye be development basa. To me, I don't see any sense in some of those things. They should come out clearly. No more creative, no more. That is what parliamentarians are doing to us.
Something is happening and the media is quiet about it. When you say, Frank Davis, lawyer Frank Davis, no MPP lawyers, no more Supreme Court, and ready to be MPP court on the 2020 election. Frank Davis, and filing injunction, court, and that injunction get filing, 7 judges. Supreme Court judges sat on the case. Almost the injunction to the NDC MP. Is it?
That's not the headline.
I want to get the constituency right. NDC MP didn't call court. He said on your Okradwa citizenship.
Just go on with the story, neighbor.
Just because they want to have an easy passage.
Okay, so Supreme Court directs registrar to serve NDC MP James Quayson as an individual, not MP. Is that the story? He will not act. What the injunction portfolio so say, Emmanuel act as MP, so that the cracker your parliament are
uncontributed.
The NDC that money they reduce it so that they can just pass the bill. I mean, if you do this, and then you come and tell us you are doing broad consultation.
This government is a wicked government. This government has nothing good to offer Ghanaians. This government is a failure.
No,
I'm being a Ghanaian. This government is a wicked government. This government is not being fair to Ghanaians. This government is a failure. This government is misusing everything Ghanaian. Sure. Or practice autocratic democracy. Whereby abandoning the can a womb. Why at the end affect you no can any. But if like a representative democracy whereby individual no and as citizens no say problem bi e wo na affect some entity ka government to sit them down and yes an experience.
Okay,
the reason
you remember some story also, but me per se former New Patriotic Member of Parliament for New Drabin South, Dr. Mark Esibe Yeboah, has urged the government of Ghana to consider going to the International Monetary Fund for assistance. The government of Ghana is currently faced with revenue challenges with the passing of a controversial bill that is supposed to cushion government's revenue shortfall currently hanging in limbo. Projected revenue for the electronic transaction levy, if passed into law by Parliament, is estimated at some 6.9 billion Ghana cedis. But speaking in an interview with City News monitored by Ghana Web, Dr. Esibe Yeboah, who is also a former chairman of Parliament's Finance Committee, urged government to consider its decision not to seek IMF assistance. According to him, the e-levy, even if it is passed, would not be able to salvage Ghana's economy, which, according to him, has been plunged into a hole. Where former NPP MP, he just Olusu on prime minister in 2019 or 2020, and he couldn't even go back to Parliament again. No, a finance committee chairman.
So this one no NPP. Will you say or NDC, or political bias?
You see where at times I am because independent.
But I think
he has been sure he has been a finance minister, a finance committee member before.
So I like the question now for NPP. And these are people who are NPP for more than Kofobi because position I will do NPP mono. So if MPP pen say can't say we are now we feel now what say we will say or sabotage the government and I say we say or NDC or APP but and century in a can ya and I say before friend who this reality no can ya
but why is that political party NPP accept now can then they just jump into conclusions so NDC and then na onye PPP and then na onye CPP the country has got shallow. The country is NDC and NPP. If it's not NDC, it's NPP. If it's not NPP, it's
that is how shallow people can be at times. You don't get it.
Okay, Fabian, Yanko, question.
Okay, so I'm just reading the reason and say I said the MPP claims that Mr. Kwesi can't continue performing parliamentary duties because he was not qualified when he applied to contest on the ticket of the NDC in the Ascent North constituency. So from that time now contesting, it is now that you know that he.
The issue is even in court.
MPP name the
issue is even in
hide and seek. MPP name hide and seek game.
But I don't want us to even. You see, the point is clearly. Okay, 6th January, in the midnight of 6th January, 2021. This. When the Parliament a delay in electing the speaker, this same issue.
Sure.
This same issue.
Sure.
It was because of this man.
Sure.
And they had to take lawyers within both the MPP and the NDC. And then they finally allowed him to vote. And the Supreme Court, Chief Justice, you see, sometimes you do these things and
it's very bad.
The Ghanaian youth know. And you can't uprising. You see. The moment you talk about uprising, then you see national security coming to people and say,
almost say arise Ghana youth.
You are inciting people.
So we will arise.
You see, what is necessary for Chief Justice? This is not a case crisis. Attention, your attention should go around it.
And then what they should know is say, if we are seeing people are beginning to think. Computer world and amount information easy to get. People are learning, so they can't be doing things just like that.
The welfare of judges. He's not interested in the welfare of judges. The current Chief Justice is not interested in the welfare of judges.
You are not interested
in the welfare of judges, but why? I said the war courts, Cape Coast High Courts. That is where the case is.
Problems will be police quarters is never be a police for that. And never be here, they don't pay attention to it.
What I say?
That is the only thing they talk about. That is what they talk about.
So police force is becoming more effective. Even Mr. Police force.
I was at the back, I think it was Monday, me the deal or the Watch me ram a bag, money, me diary na me dinner.
What I said?
Because
so the chief justice must not sit in your office.
Last we said that I'm here. Yes, now you can do it.
I said, I will go show baby. Check your car. With Ojina me some questions before so and the woman was right.
That Paribaye.
He's underground. It's not only a mom he's underground too, working for Christmas time.
You don't care about them. You inform more. So, but you know, at times or yeah, I'm also cramming to woman.
Okay, can we say, we are catching police for you. That Pari wants position sometimes to come.
I feel for them.
I think say that Pari before that Pari fee, it was sudden me say, hey,
Ghana is how.
Oh, that one
but you misuse.
You are told say it is Sika.
You misuse scam.
So me can say what I'm saying is say I'm hoping said that Pari will continue to be in office even when there's a change of government, because he has shown clearly say he knows the job. I mean, may who Dan Paria or take office ever since he was appointed as the IGP, he's always on the ground. Not because he doesn't know what it's about, but because he wants people to know say the police is truly what your friend. And killing the joint not corner and say no catch my man said, share yeah ni party say more. Ebi be be mo boni, ye boni am fan chain.
No kwa ka be om tonton pa boy no bi se e dem pa boy like
create that
be there for the people.
The chief justice is sitting like magistrate
Bakia no wo Kumasi omu yi ni free ho yi mi refi ni di Kofi Boache yeah me say the way Adam Paye asori na wo ye adwuma ni ye na ade no ibu nse enche e bia se Adam Paye okoso ye adwuma we na wan hwe ya na wakoye obi hu adwuma nipa na ye bia top politician bia na aban mu nipa bi ibu nse omo ga sha ase attack no because now we ye adwuma ordinary guy mother say average Ghanaian no we ye boni anu we discipline police for ya ade na nya no aba beka ene ade no de e okay but o de opa mistakenly man taking action bi na bia akwa affect maybe MPB minister bi aban ni pa bi that is when we say sabotage no the one here you know if you
what the chief justice
sure may I trust you
because what the chief justice did
MPB and
what the chief justice did with the other 6 Supreme Court judges no seriously stop fighting in Topa family.
We have a whole lot of things to do in this country.
Your judges almost say most of them are living in the poor condition.
Immigration offices been a kosher.
What is the courts in other regions? Our offices scrapple.
So schools live in a kosher. What we say politics.
Meanwhile, you know, as a team that you know that case is in the high courts. I can't answer.
Prisons, baby.
What they wanted to do is say, they will just serve the guy, the MP, no, almost 7 hours. Automatically, he can't go back. One day they forget, say, Parliament is their own master of the laws.
Yeah.
So whether the person is in Parliament or the person is not in Parliament, he's performing his duties as what? MPs. And lawyers like Frank Davis should know this.
And you think they don't know? Mr. Sabotage you, right? They want to do things to sabotage.
You that favor them.
I said that if it has to do with they will be there.
I will tell you, with all due respect, sir, all these things are yellow and we here. But sir, what is needed most is say you will seek for the welfare of your magistrates, your circuit court judges, and
your security, your police, your military, immigration.
Go to the police barracks.
Excuse my word. It is you don't care about them.
Police quarters,
you don't care. Now,
thank you.
Prisons, fire for anyone. We see young baby or moteteni uncle. We don't pay attention to these things. Sanema we yano, young faho, and a new
kwa na kuma ide adwe ko
fie wo nhwa na wo nkan no e nhwe se dem
na o talk on something ira ma be person 5-6
o talk what unko chesi 6 kan
no unko hwe eno so 6 kan it is there already na afi na wo be pe o ja say it is there already na obi na am this issue obi so na say the real say scan na ide na ye ko hwe sky na ma ye na ye ko
next is one ama government 2 weeks ultimatum to sort them out or face them in the streets. The woes within Ghana's labor front continue to deepen as a group of nurses and midwives, numbering about 3,000, have also issued a 2-week ultimatum to the government to give them permanent employment as they take action. According to the group of nurses and midwives who completed school in 2019, they have still not been employed. Also, several pleas to the government to employ them have proven futile, according to the spokesperson for the group, Hafiz Nikab, who said they will embark on a nationwide demonstration if the government fails to address their concerns in the next 2 weeks.
Last year, I think of the registered nurses name when they midwife last year on my registration. And they say I'm going to post to Kakrebi now. Esemba, we never never start you, but I say, no problem, neighbor. Then they try to, hey, I'm with you.
No, for me, I'm not limiting it to this about with pay. It's like every government I have a negotiation.
But the problem is that, but the problem where at times we get it wrong when they say, let's be frank to ourselves. Say, Ghana for. Say, yes, say, Abia and the PPP are buying it. Against in you can't blame PPP again because we don't need them. You so mama munya near you and abana say for the time so you mail send Mahama administration by and a Ghana for ye kuya yes analysis and yet I see dini say sa NDC abai na Mahama and mail so down on Ghana for.
So you think some people were complaining?
People were complaining. Now, Mama, man for Mama. The man for Mama. And now Ghana for Transidine, no. NDC, Mahama Bain, and yet Ghana for Mudiako problem, and a Kotoaba day, a Kukumuti Pia NDC in chain. What I say now, NPP aba before say NPP aba no, omu bie anyone near maybe one. That is why Ghanaians voted for NPP aba. MPP aban ma ye aware say baumia economist em ya aware say and fundamentals are weak and obechiechire nsemu and borrowing me say na edu activate me boss video no borrowing baumia campus abo ho asem how bosin abo collapse economy
oyem kraba show
correct and borrowing nti ye be convinced. That's what I'm saying say and no computer nti amanfo osuade o enya tete me ban say sabi tete na na e ka se ba dimi bre no amanfo osuade because getting access to information and easy. What do I say? Ghana for access MPP for or speeches or manifesto no more talks or money more can amount for who say it is true based on the MPP for India NDC for Abano and yet. So let's give NPP the chance.
But you know say
and based on
say the MPP spoke and convinced even NDC core members.
That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. And me qualify against Ghana for what I say. And the woman say no, I didn't NDC for and MPP for so can say maybe and Ghana for say yes. MPP for make sense because Ghana yet is ye will sika ukruma, ye will minerals we ye will resources we into why are we mismanaging it? Why are we mismanaging them? And they say okay, so there pam no Mahama in the NDC, money nothing good to offer Ghanaians. Mo say bobo say adodo mo nkotena nchen. And omo call now you try your taxes we don't pay to Mahama and NDC. Itiama NPP.
We don't now pay to Hasanaya. We don't pay to Papa.
We
don't pay to Kiadonko.
Now World Bank for my iska Itiama NDC. Omutua to Ghana Cofexim. Ebeto Ghana Cofexim NDC has no control over it.
It is the finance minister and then the chairman of the economic committee delegation
omuna ewo control over yinsika what I say. So now questions I answer some of us be say when say sika na yete so no na me aware say yete sika so dey come dey now convince you say yenyi NDC aban free wa tuli yenyi NDC aban say sika na wen ye mo bosia because na medical ka say ba omi abe kan bosia bo ho asem e ma yeti ase e ma nanado so be kan say yeti sika ne so
it's a lazy man approach
phone we da here say mete so a mete phone so na me pe phone ayeko I will just take it na ma ye me call because me hu say mete phone so na o sika na ane yeti so no ye hu ba bi e wo enti na eye na da asem na NPP abane de ba na say onhu sika no just because one person ba power ntina na omode ba o dey say now when they came to power and so enema na NDC amani free say sika na NDC for nsema omu misuse no NDC MPP more na na fa omu nsem but at the end of the day we are not getting any results. That is where I want to answer our analysis now.
And for a lot of people
sure
says come be bra when one fine yesterday
sure
a mere 6 points
to whom much is given much is expected it won't be baby I say obey baby
and now Gabriel Asarachi na
yebi
Gabriel Asarachi na ko kasan
you go to 11 na on top diesel petrol mu
V8 to make
what say for ya sato
na etumo mo efa mo
I don't say my boy price actually
yeah the card V8 e boss 1 gallon e ko
Gabriel na ko say Yanya Mahama PRO Emma 11 no. Now I don't believe he say if Mahama Ebemwa Ghanaians are going to
no way ever
me say man ankaya me problem when problem I na say say na NDC for nso opposition that is the problem Ghana for you NDC for opposition omo betuma identify any problems omo betuma say the solutions are but when you give them the chance
last night
e na to NPP for no omo opposition omo nim problems no omo nim solutions no now they are in power they are messing up
last night can say politicians only think well
when they are in opposition. That is absolutely right. That is absolutely right.
With the 11 system now, let's move to UTAC. We are still on the time bomb. Mesheda Indra, I did something on my Twitter page. Now maybe students say how is the question I posed them and say if you're a student in any of Ghana's universities, tell us how you are coping with a strike by your lectures. And I had a lot of them.
But my contact in your social media.
Okay.
And you're live on Facebook at Active TVG. Send me can Active TVG special album. Now also I join you. I join share. Question be I will be sent here and patch of
contribution.
For contributions for Active TVG. I feel so. Normal text message and our WhatsApp 050-323-6735. 050-323-6735. Also send your message, your contributions, your comments, your questions. We need all of them. You say you're also part of the discussion. Yes, exactly. That's the same way. Opposed to what Twitter
so Dumas Bayer said, so far so good. We take free monies from home just to chill, knowing there won't be surprise spaces the next day. Life should be like this sometimes. We say it is quite worried. The little we have is spent and nothing have been achieved. And Abakum, you say again, we also intend to strike when lecturers are back to the lecture halls. We need allowance from governments. And students maybe my comment no. Also life is good on campus like this mom, but Charlie frankly speaking it left my 2Ds early gone. Myself, I'm back home after spending 3 weeks on campus with no sign of them calling off the strike. Staying on campus is waste of money and yes.
No more comments on the strike because I might not play with all my life.
Just so terrible. Whenever we support our lecturers to get what they want, they only come back to give us some full grades.
Almost I say teachers and lecturers in the back cry almost over strike because I buy no apart from scan I buy how more life. Yes, I buy high school for life.
Yes.
That is it.
That is what we are saying. And random information say education committee is going to call the Minister of Education.
Could also take committee by Ghana.
Education
committee is here.
I feel it is useless.
But committee is here.
Education committee. It is. You see, they are calling the wrong person.
What's a board or committee or special committee? So PF baby.
See, Education Minister Juana Jiminsen. He has no solution to this problem. But see, the only person who can come in into this issue, Council of States. Council of State should be acting by now. By now, Council of State should be calling the president and say, President, at this rate, you need to meet UTAG. Council of State.
As far as Ghana is concerned, Council of State no money one.
Call the president and let him call UTAG. We need the president to speak. And then
though in as much as a president the president in America, Council of State phone. The Omomeka Bibini who say yes indeed, among the situation on the ground. And yes, sir, me personally, I'm putting it to them. Say they are in support of whatever. They have special powers, but the way is super one. Mama Ghana for breads what is it?
Teachers shouldn't use strike as a way of yes, has students. The thing I'm for super to say, which I didn't like it though, but then which wasn't right. So almost super needs, but you see, O24 missed out on the discussion.
But I don't know who address issue. Now, Uncle say, oh, attack pain. I didn't.
That is it.
We are looking at issues. So regardless of Nipa or no,
what was last month? Let's just call strike for 4 months. What has the 24 said about it?
What are
the chiefs saying about it? What are they saying about it? But let Mahama come and say, and I say, let a politician come and say, election year could be all die be die. Election year could be do or die. Then they will come and issue unnecessary statements. And then we the media space now, so we don't have anything to discuss. You know, we will call these same people.
No more justify.
No more justify statements. You know, lecturers have been on strike for 1 month, and currently we face shutdown of universities. Per the underwritten memoir
how fast the world is running.
As for the education
the education system
because he said he would try, so he's trying.
How other countries are craving for success. You don't get it.
You would try. Meanwhile, it is your responsibility.
I mean, you do this. You see the point they say.
Yeah, I will tell you what we are supposed to hear.
No, but you see, it's clear say Council of State
they should go back to the constitution. They have the right
there's a senior presidential advisor on education. What is he telling the president? What is he advising the president on? Just about Jubilee House on a scam and Moody. Now if a smart say lecturers have been on strike for 4 weeks.
You to me no back consensus and we don't get any entity our no bit to say yakase aban and I say who me no enter the yakase I am nana intentions no. But those under him,
you see, but that is why he needs to act.
So why is Dada not coming out to talk or do something?
Why is he not acting? He's
I'm
talking about the reason why we need to pay tax. Then Kusiba will come and tell me, say, if I don't pay for the e-levy, I will not get free SHS. Meanwhile, the finance minister is the same person telling us, free SHS, we are not using monies borrowed to do first.
You get a member from the Christian Council. We have a cartel 2016 say
we are not using the building national cathedral.
If about the assembly wanting no more be church mu now be education about
entities nina
Mameka because I mean the Abba said this is theft.
It is theft.
Say NPP about out ebe kasaya educate light was okay woman and this akonya pose ombra no make say
that is the problem.
Yes, but you keep mute on anything that you pass na obi e kasa that video I said
clearly the president is not ready to speak on. You said for the past 3 weeks and for the past 2 weeks the president has been on a lot of events or kasa about lectures issue here. Why is he pretending as if he's not in the know? Why?
When you say so tap on they will hear what they want to hear.
Why? Lecturers are on strike 4 weeks now. and you can't even get.
Doctors also want to go on strike. Some of them are up to Friday.
Health
system. But I'm telling them, so man share the welfare of doctors and nurses. Now omoko striker. Now even single soul, crown ilusua, the usua. They will be accountable for it, and God will question them. God will punish them according to their deeds.
Doctors,
Ahano.
When you come, doctors in Costa Rica. It is very bad, very bad, very bad.
Nyame Republic. Nyame Republic.
You're serious, will be big. Your my life, your hell.
And I'm in a good mood. You see, I don't want to boil up because clearly, Abanwe will lose focus. We lose focus on a lot of things. You see, I'm not that or can about Yayefan as Black Stars coach, or you're interested in, or you campaign about Obi Yayefan as Black Star coach. Meanwhile, you cannot even mobilize your own members to come to Parliament. Your members, you can't even mobilize them to come to Parliament. Now, you can say. Wabon will say Wabon clearly you are a bad leader no one another was a standing call for one of them or leader no one that was some or minority that you saw in 2016 Eddie Lidi NDC in Parliament no or one or no Eddie Lidi in 2022 or Fadasafo was some Sadasafo or the we have a show and figure marking or some stay in Parliament or we are figure marking will be for a show. What kind of leader is this? You can't even mobilize government business.
The more mukra bad leaders, the kind of promises they bar throughout to election.
Yes, so much hopes.
And no, for me per se, much disappointed in this government.
That you gave us.
Because making sensible allegations, sensible promises, laudable way on the buy.
Then flag bearer of NPP. Who is currently the president? I can't say within 18 months over developing Ghana.
First 100 days. Yeah, I'm promising first 100 days.
When you not here when the vice president told us every village in Webenya, toilets and waste.
They're promising first 100 days.
When the president promised us
one village, one dam, one 1 million, one district, one factory, one blah 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 blah.
300, over 350 senior high schools from scratch.
So mama you hope
all the videos we can play it for you.
Mama you hope when you know Ghana for Baba Jimodi. Then when you come, now you are messing up or you don't want us to say. Some more that it is clear because promises in Nana idea we say yes indeed. Let's bring NPP to power now. Move fairly. Then you get people to come go and sit on radio TV as communicators to defend the undefendable. Shallow thinkers.
Clement Assassin.
Oh, but it is true. You see, and then maybe because now we are who try to be defended because we MPP ni, we NDC ni. You become very stupid because at the end I didn't make me make sure we do for instance here till the now our president being the main host now what for we will say we know a glass now me here because of say me support you until me say yes a glass abra me say we rubber can't I say yes I indeed me support you but we a rubber a plastic and a glass which mean can you get communicators now they are defending any
Honorable Mark Osensibe Yeboah.
And we are coming this in MPP now and come on this MPP.
I'm very happy say you've been able to come out and say what government is bringing in on Charlie Enfa and I'm also Enfa.
You defending your man who you because party communicators.
I tell you.
Defend it unless any who and you may send him now party communicators be brain I know be brain defend it now by idea and you cry or be defend it
trailer but the point is saying MPP Abanwi this kind of government
promises for failure
Nipa be trying to say education minister
but do actions I'm
not attacking the personality
but the duty I was as education minister. Yes. Obi Nigeria and Ibini will say I don't hate him, but I hate his character. So that is the angle. Obia nti obia ngare ba na djuma o ye ne wo se wo na djuma na ni we bi agba betena so sama ne achi ena ne ma ye nyina so ene ne topic aba bi hia ena misi mi bi say amanfo say is Ghana in the verge of collapsing?
Finance minister say
question na me bi say amanfo
I never answer from finance minister. Finance minister say buying into me party 11 now, there's going to be a disaster in the economy.
Sure.
Finance minister, let me show an answer.
Tsunami and earthquake.
Finance minister will tell me. Can operator will tell me. Let me say, my disaster Embra.
Which of the disasters? Ask for me.
So no one in the same disaster now we use. The same disaster now we use. It is not any other disaster.
Disaster bad, not more. Why? Don't worry.
If say you cancel disaster, so whatever disaster be all can be there is a solution to it.
You IMF, you UNESCO,
and you are my own embossing.
Money, which is more quarter home meter, what Ghana for the entire young passing 11, and I'm about 20 V8s. 20 V8s. But you're sure. We'll find out. President, Akono Watrembu V8 but Akono carry Akonyano.
Alleged.
Nobody sits in the car. Allegedly. You're not finding out. Share. Na mopa.
Promises.
Share.
Hey, Ghana for Nyarisimu and
people. What the 11 is mo nyama phone bag. Share. Enemy about your bar.
Share but
serious me say you were Juma you were Juma na e share the nam street to ade hwe wunya bia there no amount for you kroma adwuma be ne nkofo you
people will continue to travel to yes
young girl osiswa no se win 8,000 Ghana cedis o so we dey kotena Dubai o so we dey kotena Saudi Dubai akra dey o so we dey kotena Saudi Arabia akohuru nkuko some of them let me tell you something again oni sankofo no WhatsApp groups bi maybe one of my video calls omo Saudi and those kind of countries oni bi mu video call no mo che efia o mo clean ma ebi won ma sankofo so mo sifia ka sie te say Nigeria for dey na ya be fa Ghana ni ba akotena oni etua na ka bi 1500 o de ba Ghana skema 1500 cedis na efie etis active mienu osora no pa bia o be scrub apraba bia ni pa bako but you're okay because what can I see you say me call Ghana life is hell then I would rather die and do this than going back to my country in Jamaica a country which is not safe to live in even when you are a Ghanaian.
Just last week John Bodu, General Secretary of MP, was telling us say I just say abaya ye no enche bia on be krankofo efi abuchi abaye adwuma
na yetu omo kan ye le ombe sleep
na say opeso che say adwuma no ebe busu ama
enche say ya omaye
no
oh eno nti ade mi ntumi enka ho hwe ya all we are all looking for.
We are still live on Facebook.
Say you're hoping for the best.
YouTube
is projections. And no comment on because or cassette the mobile. So let's hope for the best. But they should be careful. Say Oma can't you. So you share any more and we will remind them. Ebanisa nobody should take it to attack will be.
We say by order.
And this one say oh the don't run so oh the one don't run you more.
Yeah, quite. So when you feel one kwanye we need what bad money on that.
Say the beautiful line say Ghana from friend or omun kasema.
Producer. Then
and can sema amount for person me say
I think we discussed that that's a political issue.
So we should dedicate one day even if Fridays are no open to public because information in amount for person can hear better na into me can into where no amount for to cancel
crowd buama go for say enye ye na ye ka people are suffering So
you know we didn't get some of them obi to share obi be fisha na obi go timaka obi to share no aka se chale eya mun kan we ma ya mun kan we ma
nti say jaguma
ba na no na me ka asem we teacher for no ne other sectors na ya no more problems no let me tell them what's up line that so mu fi say more valid documents bi ne na bi e was talking about it just push it because uko nurse ni ushia na onka
the national
push it to us.
The national security with why
push it to the media, not only Active TV alone.
3 days. Or the ever call national security or 3 days and I'll be like 3 days.
Say we Omadi.
Say I don't know to we
say we Omadi. Say we Omadi.
Meanwhile, this national security, why so many also you have families who are suffering. You have cousins and nieces.
The person now not sacrificed by
some. Except Ebi Obi kakra bi ono ne de enfra ma bi fa ne ho yi. But has a man for the brain also for entity BS of our crew. Abiding pay attention to those entities. The health, the security, the whatever Obi almost.
Youth because we the most parliament and make speaker.
We said demonstration there it is allowed. It is allowed. It is allowed. Yes, several various letters near the demonstration allowed. Peaceful demonstration, no more.
I know about it, so I know what I'm saying. You believe I
peaceful demonstration. I
so let me tell you the media too, because me die say I can't. International American
market prophetess.
Yes, market. Me die.
Yeah, man for so the some mobile money ni sa electronic transactions no e dupi amount for no and no me tie boys bi o ye ba ti bite ye bebo
there's something in town I
me tie boys bi na and it was very interesting
I see and you say ni bufu but ebufoni or
frustration no voice back we do active writer e no ba answer the ashase e no surprise
okay and you for any of us make out said there's a big discussion standby assembly member or Kwabenya electoral area wa be kai nsa na ye twinkomo afa Kwabenya electoral assembly member samo who do person oba na ma ne wo usu no bomodia free the best schedule uba so remember ye politics uba what is happening in your
community any the obetumi aye any the obetumi aye
that's why we are bringing you
people politics
beka what I say I didn't have it for assembly member who this guy here quite
there be
who this guy be who the
so say
uba people na picture video e dey aba federal you bebo you say assembly member you don't have the money was in term of kakrapo and almost as almost campaign now almost share a boy almost
assemblyman assemblyman for no MP for two and no matter for back
assemblyman no wa bo letter ya of course obey abogo bi akoba
utumi hu assemblyman
Father should have you
assemblyman be sure catch us say street lighting market it is not your responsibility to know that street lighting but what are you
we assemblyman now can say and your responsibility say over report to the district assembly say you need street light wa boom
we are live on Facebook and YouTube join us last week mo send message
yeah dani ya wa ba active bites e was stand by
Boye, and now they are no toto. Cause Spine Therapeutic Center or North Kanishi.
Ampo, any pepi, I was at Bay Moa. Run no man.
Pa, Neso, near pa, a chiropractic stretch, spinal stretch, massage, physionomsa.
Span Therapeutic Center. Say wadwuma ye ntraseɛ enyina ho ana prabi na aba. Sempo akwanhyia accident. Edu hawa ba wachiri bramo ho. Usisi enu no mpemu.
Spine Therapeutic Center ebefa therapist say spinal scanner e detect exact locational problem you want. Stretch therapy treatment, massage and gym, weight management, physio, nutrition and a supplement swab wow.
Na wusi ma bi omo wo no.
North Kaneshi heya.
Ena Spintex Kotobabi Ecobank Echrewa.
Frey 0244 166 636 0263 999 434 and 0307 000101.
Span Therapeutic Center.
Brebi.
Mensa Emma Akwaba BM Fambra Active Bites, Active Morning or Active Television. So na etoda krumano oh yeah checks and balances kakati to be free with the BB keke kan wa that's so etna se dwene ne ma bi ho akwa akire now your man papa then you realize Ghana we are on the verge of collapsing if we are not careful. Ya antekika the direction of Ghana econo or mine ebeto krono beto Ghana ebe collapse. I am telling you. And ebi I want to say I will give you some few reasons. Any near maybe ebemo who say yes indeed. Say Krubiano collapse here. When an economy is about to collapse, enema is easy. So while by assessment, say, is it true? Pay some okay, and where you don't get me right, you know. And I say baby I name you be fish a margin and they come make a cancel bino. O de ya ko Google. Now they are koshe. Say economy say a collapse here. Enema is easy. Enema be a bar, it tells you say economy na collapse. Now they are ready. These are the kind of researches what national share system na then quickly you realize say yan cancer be say yan cancer be say am Ghana for antiase am man for anya careful am penim for adwen amasoa the economy will collapse. So nema ya na e kan worth talking about. Michelle number on the screen is so 0503-236-735 0503-236-735 number no say WhatsApp and as a text me see bia yen kan ho asem kra na ofi say very important contribute bia wo de fabra ye be kenkan e de amount ansana no do about before 10 a.m. na kenkan message shini ansana to me sorry sound so na Facebook na wo hwe here at Active TV GH at Active TV GH the at sign one word ni na ebum me show ko Facebook on ma make sure say the first thing you do is say obe like page you know o like page ni we are ja comment e wo ho comment na wa comment e wie no o de share link no share na obi so enya bi enhwe o hwe o TV so anu afre obi na ono so de ato ho na ono so atumi ahwe bi sa so na YouTube enso so Active TV GH Active TV GH e honso so Michelle o ko subscribe o subscribe we are say na wo say we who say Adoma bi danchen, there was this bell at the side of it, your right hand side. Me a bell no so never to all. Said the bear every day your program bia you be stream and I say you be live bia no a hit here announce when you be to me ashe nowadays a honso comment at all. Ni na ya boa mo my Ghana afa no ntoma padi efra. Yen kwa yen ntumi nkan because ye ni patre ya ete na ye di nkomo. Mo amu wo fi a mo hwe ye no mo doso chen ye nti mo fa mo so ma dwen kire ni mo susu ye mmra esubi na nkakra my Ghana www.myactiveonline.com www.myactiveonline.com news portal BBF news bia from the health to the two ni na ubenya wo ho na ne ma tumi akose fresh news entin so kwa bibia be ko so ko so abetumi subscribe o subscribe a no so no stories be post day in and day out bia on so abetumi aka bi Active TV official and Instagram and Twitter and at Active TV GH Twitter and Facebook na handles ni na ye pe at Active TV GH ni na no abeka family ni ho na ye koyenim Freme Clement the youth advocate asema ye no kre no eno ene ebeka ensema edika ebema o man na akoso no eno ne yegina ye na so na yaka ye ngensi obi a de e was ye hit hard on somebody personally be hit hard on nipa no ena ye kan ye attack nipa no personality nemum enipa ni nyuma. That is why we said earlier on say we don't hate you but we hate your character. Unipa ne de enu ni asem na wadwuma a wo ye no eno ne e problem wo ene Jumadi and so dear me bisao and say Ghana is on the verge of collapsing, yes or no? Me bisao Ghana is on the verge of collapsing, yes or no? We first said here and yamasi ko kruma how are you running and yamana and no me jina so bisawa o hwe me say e duru baabi a oman no e bo e yampa and I said depi hwe nema e koso na wa ma ho answer me mama answer bi but maybe more instances bi a se kuro ebo a enema e happen wo kuro mu eni kuro bo a enema esi then wie na woni menya adwen a wo de wan so koyo research say economy e collapse a enema ben na ekire wo wie then you can conclude for yourself say Ghana on the verge of collapsing. Now me gina ha me kan no is it yes or no? Now my Ghana enkonenim yenta obi a we only stand for the truth and we will surely arise for the nation demands our devotion. The youth will one day reunite and arise. Now, quickly, let's go on. Medical catcher was 2016. But we have a camp, you know, I send me brief. Say video no it do bribe, but I'm waiting. So also and a mobile money fraud because of how our economy now, you know. People are finding dubious ways. People are trying to maneuver any other way so that they will survive. Mobile money fraud will be very interesting, but the message they carry, you know, very, very strong. And also along the line. Now, Ghana on the verge of collapsing, yes or no? An economic collapse, producer an economic collapse is a breakdown of a national, regional or territorial economy that typically follows a time of crisis. Economy no collapse and crobia economy. Economy no collapse it is say oman bi and I say bibia no wo ahihiem and I say akọ ahuchiem for a certain period of time. Enipa say what one at times ukọ ahihiem ukọ ahuchiem udwini na nti so wo ye hwe enye ya na wa brabo no aye basa. The same thing and I say wo kuro biam na kuro no oman na wo no ekọ ahihiem ekọ ahuchiem for a certain period of time na enema ye basa e wo kuro mu ho we see a na chese kuro no e collapse. We see a sign say the economy or the country is collapsing. When you mind do your own research well. Now you there. Now an economic collapse occurs at onset of a severe version of an economic contraction, depression, recession, and can last any number of years depending on the severity of the circumstances. Tienye se etoda na basa ye contractions bi basa ye bi ba ubon se ya fa ade we ya yenye sei ebeboa ade tia ne abaye se da bi de kan ye na moa yenko ye sei ebeboa ade tia ne ati odi esi decision we take ya moa yenko ye sei if we can't make a decision, not always contractions are my economy collapse. And then also say economy no there be a economy where economy it has to go forward. Now there be a economy and I say akabe be a ejinana, then it also tells you say the economy is about to collapse. So why your checks and balances this explanation economy collapse here neshe say you bisa say Ghana on the verge of collapsing, yes or no? Neshe enema bebre esisi wo kroma, it tells you say economy no shiase. It tells you say economy no ya jensemo, where we can't make decisions, where parliament can't make decisions, where we can't some way we see because of the political party, we can't some way we see because of the political party we are won't here. Say indecision ebem, where there are contractions, where there is recession, economy be collapse, and that is exactly what is going on in Ghana. Contractions, yeah, the bill be back. You don't know how you pass a bill or not. We don't know how to communicate as a nation. We don't know how to make amends with the people. That is what brings about economy. Say be collapse. So looking at things going on, me besides economy, over Ghana economy, it collapse and answer in collapse. What is your answer? Judge for yourself. Okay? What causes an economy to collapse? Enyema ema kro ebo, enyema esen kro, enyema ema economy e collapse, enyema ema the country e collapse, and me say enye Ghana alone. We a general thing, but you have to make your own assessment. Say per these things, is it true that Ghana is on the verge of collapsing or no? Is it true or false? Yes, what causes an economy to collapse? Enema emakuru ebo, emakuru eshiasie, esenkuru yenche. Persistent trade deficits. Persistent trade deficit. This is what it means. A trade deficit occurs when a country's inputs exceed its when a country's imports exceed its exports during a given time period. Persistent trade deficit occurs when a country's imports exceeds exports during a given time period. So this is what happens. It happens when but yemfa bi enko. Ghana yemhwe ni mienu. Enema ye import ene niema ye export. Dia hin edoso enema ye import ba kromu a edoso mebre cha enema ye export. It clearly tells you say enema ye import ba kromu a bebre no eji oman ni sika, eji individuals ni sika, eji businesses ni sika. Na enema ye import ko ye export ko outside world no so ye enema ketu bi, which of course ye export gold, but gold ye wom just 10%. Ye wo palm do baby no na ye kan wi ase na palm nut ne palm tree na Ghana na ye kan ho bi pa, but ene where are we? Ye timber ewen, cocoa ewen, ntune ho a won ti ase eni ti economy na sha ase se ebo a enema a wo kraba kuronim no edoso che enema a wo krafi kuronim e de kwa abonchen. And this is the case. Ye kra enema e de aba ye yisu sika more because ye na de sika e kwa akofa. And countries in the yama economy now collapse to the extent say Ghana sika no value no aye kiti. So e was also say Ghana sika bebre now the kwa abonchen na de kofa ne ma ba. Eno na ma economy ni collapse, but e idea anka ye produce ne ma bebre o kromu a e na ye pia kwa amanfo man so e ne nkofo bebre na na etofri ye ho no ma anka sika be back country nim. So ye import more than the export, and 50-50 crowd the anchor. Economy ni better sustain because ebi a the 1 cedi kwa ubenya 1 cedi into we share that moka. But this is the case with the 1 cedi kwa uba benya 70 pesos. Until now boka e macro e collapse e destroy a country. But that is what is going on in Ghana. We import more than we export. Yes, you see kesa. Tempia inflation. We have a problem in this country. Let's talk about them. Let's solve them. And then also depletion of important resources, a macro collapse. Yen resources e wo krom ha, how are we managing them? Yen resources e wo krom ha, what amount of money na edema yen? Yen resources e wo krom ha, mon kire yen ade ne ye dia ba foreigners nya so mfa so chen yen. Meanwhile, Krobia be develop here the resources which of course Ghana ye wo. But I would say again, like I said yesterday, because of bad leadership, because of incompetent leadership, that is why. Because I know my example say there were resources be Rwanda, but yet the pace at which Rwanda is developing, Ghana is no near. The pace at which Rwanda is developing, Ghana is no near. African countries omuni resources wase ho no kra na yen kan Rwanda kan ho, but ye kan economy grow faster Rwanda Ghana. So you could clearly see say what are we doing to ourselves? What are we doing to ourselves? Ye niema ye wo nyina ye mismanage no eno so kan ho macro collapse. Now maka me say depletion of important resources. One, minerals for fuels and other minerals. Mining for fuels and other minerals. Mining for fuels and other minerals. Share na ye kra gold no ye gold ndi ne o amanfo ne betuko. Kakra na aka na ye bebo ho ban no. Ni amanfo bia wura krom ha. No more to go do no say no more say yensuo, no more say land. Depletion of resources, a collapse grow. It's allow say China for more go to China. I'm telling you, but omukromu omunye galamsi. Ni allow sanya many na ba kromwa he no mu to go do no say yen go do no omutu amanya bi no do no say yensuo omutu go do no say asase ni na your resources. And the depletion of resources say yellow basa and my economy collapse. China American interest Ghana and Kosua. So say me bisa say Ghana, are we on the verge of collapsing? Yes or no? What will be your answer based on these arguments? And never economy collapsing here bosono. And then number 2, deforestation. When was the last time Obi Chedia? And I say you twa you dua bi. You the tree planting by, but I can tell you say enua ya wasting e twitwa ya enua no edo so chen de ebedua. Though the effort was good. So we had to embark on tree planting to save lives. Sure. But enua na ye kate no edo so deforestation more than afforestation wo kroma. And also Emma economy collapse because if not anything you need trees you be here nua bi e dia yen dan yen doors ahodo enema be ho ya di nua na eye. This is the case whereby enua na you chagu from without say yen dua foforo. This is the case whereby kakane o no so a you cha then we export so sika na kakra bi na ya export dua ne ko na omo dia yen konwa no na o ma beton ama ya boden to say export dua no 1 cedi a omo yen konwa na no ma beton ama 3 cedis. Enti e ba ne sa ye ko anase ye bae. That is where productivity come in, and as a production come in. If we don't produce as a country, the economy will keep collapsing, and the economy will finally collapse. You to try and do any you go, you na ya turn for full outside. Na ye de akoye million other cocoa products ni abeto ama ya boden. So are we going or we are coming? Ye ko anase ye ba. Ye ngo omu betu kwa ni ama ye ketua bi ni ye de akoye rings ni ye de akoye enyema bebia ye de gold ye ni abeto ama ya boden. Enti ye de 1 cedi kwa omu beto no 1 cedi a no omu abeto ama ye 2 cedis. On beton 1 cedi, no beton me. So at the end of the day, we don't produce anything. Kakana ye didn't no ma process it, no ma beton amaye. Cocoa, or mobile free ano mokono. Less than Nema, ye to free cocoa more. So she had the 50 tons of cocoa and the bet to me I call ABA US. At the end of the day, omo the bear chocolate, omo the bear Milo, omo the bear Nema be na omo the aba. Though you were necessary form provided Nema be ukrumoa. But I'm telling you, foreign products are the cocoa no. You touch it, meanwhile cocoa near dia. So what are we doing to ourselves? Say you are putting these things into place. I am telling you, the economy will collapse. The economy will collapse, and we have an economist. Saving our amount for yes, of course. Yeah, but we are economist. We are expecting much from him because being an economist, when you more than me. When 1,000 times more than me am a researcher. But on only the whole classroom my channel economy. How to maintain your economy if economy is about to collapse. Anything concerning economy, Baumia expert. But at the end of the day, are we getting any good result from Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia? No. So being an economist or your way, say Ghana is on the verge of collapsing. Yes, but because of politics, they will never accept. What are we doing to ourselves as a country? And then also, excessive or unnecessary use of resources. Excessive or unnecessary use of resources. This was under the depletion of important resources. Your resources are excessive and unnecessary use. You either see a baby soon basa and I you soon here. When you go to other countries, they are making good use of their resources. Therefore, they are getting good monies. But here, the resources that we have, how are we using them? How useful and our resources are Edema Ghana? If these things keep happening, then you realize that the economy is collapsing. Economy collapse. These are the things that cause you. Now, this is where I want us to listen to this. They tell me, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, 2016, Obeka borrowing asem, which of course we also talk about it. Obeka borrowing asem. Producer was a video na yeni kenti ansa na yakoho. Ubobo shia bebre a minimum while your country will collapse. I'm telling you. Okay, producer Alberto Swamai.
About our oil money. Let's forget about gold. Just put all of those resources that they've had aside. I just want to focus on one statistic. How much money have they borrowed since they've been in office these last 7 years? When they came in, Ghana's debt was 9.5 billion Ghana cedis. Today, after 7 years, they've increased it from 9.5 billion, that is from independence to 2008. Today, they've increased it to 90 billion. This is like 10 times what has happened. Now, I sat down the other day and I said, okay, how much is this additional borrowing in dollar terms? In dollar terms, they met a debt of about $8 billion in 2009 beginning. 8 billion from independence to 2009. They have added, as of today, they borrowed up to a value of $34 billion. Now, by the end of this year, we are projecting that borrowing will reach 40 billion. As I said, they are going to challenge me, and I'm ready for that. And I'll explain to them what is happening. Now, you think about it. If you had $40 billion at your disposal over a 7-year period, just 40 billion, what have they done with all this money? Forget about the cocoa, oil, gold, and taxes. I'm just talking about the borrowing. What have they done with all that money? If you take all the NDC signature projects, they will say circle, interchange, Safo line, this hospital, they've mentioned them in the budgets. If you add all of that, you are talking of around $3.5 billion. All of that, the hospitals, the roads that they are talking about, including the gas plant in Atuabo, all of that, $3.5 billion. Now, you have to account for $40 billion borrowing by the end of the year. If you had taken that 40 billion and even taken 20 billion of that and given each region, including the Volta region, $2 billion, you would have seen the major transformation that would have happened in this country. Because all those signature projects, if you have properly spent them, that is just, all of that is just for one region. If you have done the $3.5 billion across 10 regions, you would have had 35 billion and you still have had 5 billion to change. So all those projects they are talking about.
Okay. I think so. We hear the obo figures, 19 billion, 34 billion. Obo boy ya be making projection. Say, or expect to say at the end of the year 2016, 2017, this will be the outcome. But now, the question I may be Dr. Muhammad Bawumiani say, these analyses are for year 2016. Can't he do same analysis today for us to know? Now, your differences are a woman. So that time figures are not bobono. What has changed today? Abe positive, and as abe negative. Whereby I say figures and so about under this administration, under Onwane administration, and as a figures no boy in Ebia Babe count. Can't he come out and tell us? I'm also asking him, say, at the end of this year, like Okan 2016 say, or expectation at the end of the year. I'm also asking him, at the end of this year, the projection, saying. A hipa, a kasai, and a sikasai, and a sign of my Ghana Besiako at the end of this year. That is the question I'm asking. Because if he was able to detect in 2016, ahead of 2017, the end of the year, what will happen now? Now, 2022, we are in fresh year. The projections, what will happen at the end of 2022? Oh dear, on Samra, because our economist, we expect much from him. But he is being wicked to Ghanaians because and now your government is in power. Now, if you can talk yesterday, why can't you talk today? They say, because a buabono, it's in a Bible, can you know? When you are hungry, so you don't talk. That time now they were hungry, they wanted to come to power. And someone no keka. For clear but now they are in power, they are doing worse. The same thing. And a Christian council. Professor Martin, say politicians politicians bribe no almost one yiska 100,000 blah 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 or say one ye that time obeka bills are utua ne ho asem. Now 4-5 years along the line problems are ekoso ha. The Christian council is quiet. Adentia there are people that we look up to them. Etimuka asem no na say yetine to yetrim na de yetine bibi koso na mo ansa ma meka. Then we get to know where you stand. Money is so obvious. Now, what happens when an economy collapses? What causes an economic collapse? And economic collapse. Now, economy needs to collapse. This is what happens. One, debt crisis. Economy collapse here. And a better. Now, Ghana, the car, I say, Nika. Yadeka na se yadeka e ka ye die no yadeka ma ya wone yen 2 times World Bank a wone yen o dia say World Bank boss so no ankasa no so wone yen yadeka sa so e ka che o say when an economy collapses, there is debt crisis. Just say, oh my, no, I collapse. To we are Ghana near, where do you stand? We are Ghana near, and some will find saying, what good thing has this present government got to offer Ghanaians? Mo can say a million and economy be a collapse here, a kind of mini homo. So Ghana, we are on the verge of collapsing. And then also currency crisis. You see, cause some no crowd the and pese beko. Say dollar say 6 cedis coins, pound you say a kokra, euro you say Canadian dollar, Singaporean dollar. She say a kobe 4 cedis, Singapore. Omo dollar a kobe 4 cedis. One Singaporean dollar a kobe 4 cedis for Ghana. So it tells you say currency crisis. I hate you, my Ghana. Because this government brave and a co near the Akofania maybe the Abba. You buy into me to spending I very difficult, I very hard for the average Ghanaian. So it tells you say the economy has indeed collapsed. Yeah, I'm sorry. Now you are my now you are sharing really about these things, which of course medical can say if it has to do with economy, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia only more. I'm sure said that is why he's quiet. Singaporean dollar 4 cedis 60 pesos. And I believe I'm getting it wrong. 68 pesos. Singaporean dollar. One Singaporean dollar 4 cedis 68 pesos. That is where Ghana ya could do. Tiena peso your business we or Singapore. Imagine the amount of dollars. One shall okay. Ediana ensuo kra na obeto ho no ma na $1 e wo Singapore. Imagine sika wo de beto nsuo no. Almost 5 cedis. Se adie bi na wo pese wo to Singapore na omusika mu no 0.5 dollars kind of America for 50 cents na almost 2 point something cedis. Eno na de to nsuo ha no. Coins. So it tells you say economy no a collapse. Take it or leave it. Based on these things, the economy collapsing, and you can do research more. It tells you the economy is collapsing, and then also increase in interest rate. Economy be a collapse here. It means that there is increase in interest rate. Now listen, it impacts both the economy and the stock market because borrowing becomes either more or less expensive for individuals and businesses. But me can bosia about asem etie how abosia about a collapse economy. Now, interest rates and so bad. Individually businesses ni na affect you. What happens? Say me here business na me say me here sika kakra de ahyema. Interest rate ninti sika no mentumi nkope. Mentumi nkobo bosia because mentumi nkoje 1 cedi na menkotua 1 cedi 80 pesos. Interest rate cost a good numa. Untumi nkope sika kwa na ade abehye wadwuma because interest no untumi ntua. Enti ebe gu adwuma so egu okro biama na economy ne sei na kro ne sei because obi nya adwuma ni bi nye. Na de obi adwuma no okope sika kakra de abehye na adwuma na interest e wo so untumi ntua obebi adwuma. Omie na obi amie adwuma amanfo be nya adwuma ye. Amanfo nya adwuma nye abanko abetuma fa Ghana ni bi adwuma. Abanko antumi ntia economy ni be collapse. Abane krofa amanfo adwuma hwe problems bebre na wo ho. And then also say what happens is say nipa no in as much as obe free say interest rate was so into one fan sika kra enko bi adwuma no you individual no so kra untumi ntade because obi bo modern no can sisi so no ko pesa sika no be regardless of interest no the be na adwuma no the run business no na oton ade ye 10 pesos I was say because of interest e compelling no money turn 50 pesos won susu a wutie me no unya 50 pesos no en fa nto enti we individual no so be how enti business no en run we individual so hu nto then the economy will collapse. Sana akwa na e-levy one problem a collapse economy e-levy I am telling you because a bill so cost the average Ghanaian on to mean sika no e-levy issues no say bills ekoso e-levy e be pass a the average Ghanaian said about umia kan ye eno aye bo video no ka che o say ebe affecting the poor Ghanaian because obi 50 cedi obi 100 cedi you continue e-levy a ebe affecting no say e-levy ne be pass ebe affecting the individuals and me I am sure me ma jipa de emami ma dwe wo mitirim ne say me hu ne say tieni o me hu ne say abai no be say o impose e-levy na odi e-levy ne ba na odi collapse telcos ni nyuma because banks are collapse. That is how I see it. Me who they say abai no person odi e-levy ne ba shut telcos na juma because banks no collapse. It then people will run back to the banks. Well later abai no be samba back a bank go so e dey hye dey akọ no ma chichiri en say gu echi. That is how I see it coming. That is how I see it because now the bia ebe ye okromu bia ye mobile money ye di tua bills e dey na mobile money nye ye di send this cargo bank ye di use free bank ye di tua adwuma ye foka ye di to fuel ye di bobosia ye di mobile money ye bia enti na because of that commercial bank ne ko he nipa dodo etiwo etiama banks no lose niama bebre so me I feel say aban no person impose e-levy way because our intention say collapse telcos so that obey revival banks. That is how I see it. That is how I see it. And I'm telling you, banks in a wo kroman. Do your own research. Na share oma banks no omo shares wum. Na share oma banks no eye omo dia. Share oma banks in a wo kroman no omo shares wum. Na share oma banks in a wo kroman no eye omo dia. Na share omo run banks no. Then you get to know what I'm trying to say. This is my margin. That is how I see it. Because I can see that people are pushing this e-levy because I'm free say pushing e-levy now. I'm not for the free on mobile money services near the idea. Such transactions now. I'm not for the jai. No more pay attention to the banks because time now mobile money need e-levy attention. Me my electronic transactions. Now people were paying attention to banks. That is how I see it. So I'm person with e-levy. A collapse telcos electronic transactions. No more focus on banks because one thing so I was saying so say banks we use more apps now and use internet but mobile money is so fragile and so soft because mobile money I'm sure I mean across board and it's so soft to the extent that me na bia or share bi bontefufu or share akura bi ase don koko want me use app oni internet impo no dey operate but we use mobile money otumi ko gina dua ase nya service e dey use mobile money and use internet. So Usha, mobile money is easy, accessible, convenient, and all that. Enti abani pushi one ma. Now what says na? Then people will go back to the banking system because I'm from music and show bottom fan to fee. That is my mind, and I'm sure said that is it. That is how I see it. Minimum so adventure. Why am person impose e-levy or so? Me ma adventure no minimum so there. Do you the two number the school? You be call him. Now you found so the account. Now let me go back to this thing. Mami for we na me for NC. Because of hardship, any economy collapsing in my own cost papa bia okroma this recent times people say we are safe and but the kind of strategies in the kwanya amount for person who use sika okroma obi any obi froster be free woman be. Now you could video conversation about your bar near the program now by you. Police I'm sure fato suma me sa conversation now froster no e free woman no na opeso jupu no yentie
Bay select I can lucky winners name and into now my after why mammy.
Oh, look at the free branch again.
Papa sorry, cut the free Accra soup branch.
Soup branch, but your manager didn't listen.
The patcho, my manager didn't Mr. Addison.
Oh, soup branch, Mr. Addison. Me had more empty and oh, I'm going to say I'm in Okasi. My manager didn't do. I don't know, I'm yes, sir. Sure, a woman saw my team in wedding. Me no ya pa, but a kind of the first of it in Jessica. I don't know how much a modern for Kwamboneso. I didn't know home terms, sir.
So, say you actually, Anna.
unche tre but dia wo ye no e bia na obi wo ho no mo a ne fie ni jasia na de ode besen diwi
president ni ni mtango nya na
what's it then
president no ni mtango nya ta ani amana na ngata no ngo mani mai
and
na president from the program ya mukata
there be fraud no ti the american so who fraud the right person and come any problem now from one and kaya na obi a here ni bi te say wo na wo kodada na kwaji ne husika eno na ye
mami anu bi lie mami omu bi lie
wo ani kafa o
president ranga na kra ni ya ne namba
Jaisa na wo do yen munyamfo why
wonu omu nkasa ene na no ya be kasa
ya no bi akọ ya no wu aha
ya bi nkasa president for ya
ma mi nyi ti onyi si anwo so no kro no nyi a wate
ya ni na no adwuma na me ye
da bi ewe adwuma we de adwuma papa
you go school ya choro mo fa ye na o ye go yo mama mi papa no bi na we
Jai, why?
Mama,
oh, mammy, Sebi, oh, mammy said, onye, a cat or the four crana, one papa will soon at the show.
Yes, in Josephine Tiana Soka.
It is a cat, our battle.
There's so council and chief metro family.
Oh, a bread power. Right, a bread power, very Panama, and a woman, myself. But I was here, a man, or my uncle from. I will be there. Jai. No, I know be there. Say, no, be a more dear.
Oh, dear body, any change,
you, Mate. And they're back by way.
Okay, bye.
I don't mostly say. Share, that's what I'm saying. I'm a say. And some baby on my agent to me count. Conversation is very funny. It's how interesting or some build their points baby. Woman say Uncle Perjuma for front and fraud in the end. Or say abino crano edi sika fraud ye. Now no fraud will be an eye day. Or catch his Uncle Perjuma for front. Or say any sadia or mongo sister on country abino. Na abino go system nim no Uncle Perjuma. So it tells you say economy na collapse here things happen o enti e fa ne ma mienu wa ha o o se aban no emma system na nya soft ansa na wakọ akọpẹ adwuma aye o wie e o ka che woman say woman mfa empanimfo no number emma no because omo na opre omo afrode wo mo so se system no collapse here e beye so unfavorable. These are the things that happen o e very funny but you could see say amount for the people are ready to work. But a German because I say, you troll letter no crana or moon fire, and or catch and say, Emripa Beba, Emripa near Dapay. That is the question. That is the question. What are we doing to ourselves as a country? What kind of leadership are we having now? Can't we be responsible leaders rather than spectators? Can't we have leaders who are responsible rather than leaders who are just spectators? We can. We need to build Mother Ghana. And I'm telling you what, we are going to arise, the youth, we are going to arise for our country. We are going to arise with all our strength for Mother Ghana because you told us, arise Ghana youth for your country, the nation demands your devote. We will devote ourselves and we will surely arise. Pedi Makachre. Yadbesi. From Yano Clement. Now messages no still now. What do we have 0503 236 735 0503 236 735 at the screen so Fiancra Designs Michelle say who did you make bia na ope designer and I say because tailor near the or permanent shower one shall because wow or palm celebrities be brilliant idea into occasion be person could be on any the only designer woman material to me advice say material we for this particular style material we in a texture for this kind of dress no I advise you do any force Fiancra Design Fiancra_GH me say opama de ma on shewa one thing about them say almost so bokran so sign F4 to the corner course of it okona ne bo de empam hwa atade obepama shew na wa obi di ho adanse Fiancra Designs e wo Enkran Ablekuma Pentecost Junction ho na Fiancra design say wo Fiancra em say wo program bi wo voter competition bi we will show Active TV we will show the best of luck say obetumi awene na Mama Love wo ga Odumase market opposite wa ho na hote anopai ye chia kwa so nko so ti dwumadi pa yi sanso so na owo me ma Esther Echan retired CSIRBRRI Kumasi Fumesha Mr. Jokuto Mr. Ejiri ni Mr. Nyamu ina no mechiamo ene anopa Nyamu Nhyamo Richmond ena oyi honkani eno amaji wa kodie anope opposite Active TV na mo ina no ye chiamo mukoso ahwe dwumadi da ne da ina Nyame Nhyamo bebre pan onso so waye ho correspondent Active TV o my information ahodo ina onso so US one honkani Josephine anope monso so ye chiamo ye ko na de kan se Nyame onhyira obi biara no fa adom no endom ye frame ano Clement Mame Abna fa bia akenten my beautiful lady always me call ya na ono so abefa makonya oba na the entertainment nation no etumi aba abeto aso Active Bites ene de bro Nyame ya adom a ochena ye besen hia na me kan ye ho.
Aja for better maseni asanso mama kwa babem dia ba Active morning show Active TV better Clement ano as say or the Active Vertebra we no otomam samin so me mbegina ha say ever entertainment segment and as any jemu nsama air trend social media so emfa embro ya da was kese biem say okosa share afenso ye active Facebook as Active TVG so as me say active ya ye din YouTube so at Active TVG chibetimi ajoin nkomo twetwe no enso ho ye number no dey go screen so 0540323625 now so so de nkomo twetwe or comment question waje now so o dey afaso ye bekin kan ama ansa na ya sorry bibia so afenso ya ho siesie by mema na atade mo se ne Clement kan fi Hankra design ena chese eyo pempam edition kama ne bo edafem nti unso ubetimi ahwe ne track kan wa Blakema Pentecost Junction no so SSC kama for any occasion your makeup and so by Ruby's Elegance SSC kama na Ruby's Elegance ano kwasem any jesem ne say or very mobile baby awo bia no obeba aba SSC winti friend 0205154443 0205154443 na ombe SSC kama na also program corner work on enye kama ne ndimu enso ema fi semidino Mame Abna Fabia Kente afa yebo your stories no shito and me top most stories sania unim say Active de me ye no obi odi ne birthday wa ha say bia na so ada na ye top most story nti ene no age ni mboatin age ab sana dodo na sisi o ma sha se friend no me de kemba ko pe moye worship ma wa won sabegu chesa adom a chede no so wo so ento obedi sofo ene na weda mekwaso aka say happy birthday nyame nkoso a ensura no na onye ne kese kopem se obeye kese akoye kese aye kese na ahaya na mbeja na mka say ye abna kokko e de ba betu je say sami ewuku ese obeku no anase wabonko for pass o mbeku no na we mu na sami ewuku nso ababonte abeka sa che so de asem na akodi eye CID for se omunya hwehwemu na asem a or can enim empo se mpema ground as a relationship we are abna kokka ka ho asem bia na enya no kre na this is a defamation against him intino omunye hwehwemu emfa ho enti eno ena ababetodwa afenzo so Eagle Prophet Eagle Prophet say Akwaboa is the greatest high life musician as at now in Ghana and he'll take Ghana far. Where I am na me say my equity in nsem embra
and look at to another generation. But if you are famous, it can never be transferred. What I say? Now look at Akwabua, ne papa, and look at Akwabua Nankasa.
Yeah.
Akwabua is not living on the fame of his father, but he's living on his own level of greatness. Listen to this. Akwabua, his father had fame.
Top FM!
Yes, the fame of Akwabua, his father had it. But Akwabua is not riding on the fame of his father. If he's riding on the fame of his father, Uncle would have sing some of the songs of his father. But he's bringing his own songs, counteracting the songs of his father, which will tell you that the guy is very strong. He's very heavy.
Or a great person.
I'm telling you, this guy will take Ghana music to another level and realms altogether in this nation, Ghana, which is going to be overwhelmed.
Akwabua.
Yes.
Akwabua Junior.
Yes. They are the legendaries that are coming to replace those who need to be replaced. Akwabua is replacing Dr. Pabobo is replacing. I don't want to mention names. You understand?
And you can't have life for now. Akwabua
he's the greatest guy I'm seeing prophetically and spiritually. The
Akwabua.
Greatest guy. Yes, the greatest guy of all. The greatest guy of all. Because there is a crown.
Top FM. Yes, sir.
That crown is like No. Also, we have time and chance. And 10. Time, chance, and 10. And 3. And your time is 7:46. But it's not your chance. It's not your 10. It can be your time and your chance, but not your 10.
I don't say I'm coming to share also Ajima of Top FM and on Eagle Prophet, the founder of God's Crown Chapel, and I actually say I'm coming no this so main kasa do we work as spirituals. I mean kasa we hu nani so na wasum da ebia no this nchechemu nyina eba say Akwabua will take Ghana far and he's the greatest and all that you really Akwabua then you work on it ya kana wa ye ho adwuma na say abem yanto aso ne yankwohwe actress Kafu Idanku actress Kafu Idanku ye hu no screen so ache na after 2020 and na odibetu just say akwabi just say we dupino just say we dini sika wa bona krono or the kwan nyansa kwan bi so abona krono na or the ababetu Facebook says see an we hu abrantie no ache say or church post bi ni nsensem bi o me kan post no e kakra producer e de beto so or say this guy here with name Henry Cole, which I don't believe is his real name, contacted me in 2020 to introduce Omega Pro Trading and Investment. I asked him more about the investment packages since I was already trading with a different company. He told me the packages, which sounds too good to be true. I told him point blank that it sounded too good to be true, so I would try it with $100. I usually would test investments I don't trust between 100 to 500 USD, so just in case yawa pie. So I opened an Omega Pro investment account and paid in 100 USD. My bank called immediately to alert me about a fraudulent transaction, but because it was just 100 USD, I told them to authorize it. Let me answer a call. So that was some of the comments, and I say captions or trotroy abroad there brand and the picture no eto honum na brand kama just say what to ye kente be colorful kente papa producer emphasis screen so my brand here just say wo share ni monyam e ba ye ntoma mu a just say ye colors no colorful kente papa na wetimi edi enyam brasem say o say scan send your Kafu Idanku kan endorse ntino o man just slide here but send your Clement Ebeka active by to tie nkomo twetwe na even those in power are frauding us. How more say me citizen and me said team free me bread near say di me tax it is a yeah o man ko year when na NC as a me ya mania for active bite yanto aso na ya fa Efia Schwarzenegger and Miss Bell in nature say Efia Schwarzenegger na for be sensem emfa entwa to Efia Schwarzenegger na the video be ababeto Instagram na video no de beto Instagram caption or this was said 2022 we are feeding the forecourt and starving bitches of distraction. Just or the exclamation mark me say account. My beautiful Versace fabric is from Oboboy. Me bopena chasa me market na mom. And my lovely bag is available in to download Jaime. Na nyum Jaime ya or the video no. Utie emun sema or say me num bell BMT say me num swansu. I own an boss and my own number kind on name Miss Borches and then some ketwa but in some Cindy by he said there were 2 aquatare yashwash and no no cast see a menum bell menum shwa and yamin America my uncle T Embra.
Anita Cotter, Dinkren is why I send if I won't pay, Minum Bell, Menum Schwens you, if I won't pay, Jammy, me bomb breo. Obi and Nadia, I then I say what you so. All time, Araqua, Anita Cotter, Dinkren is why I send if I won't pay, Minum Bell, Menum Schwens you, if I won't pay, Jammy, me bomb breo.
I say menum bell, menum shwa esio. Fa hobo te hunara kwa. Hey, na we dey kuti anyum be ni. A teacher say odi we beto one comment if I say bank of so the Miss Bell and na nkofo keka say Miss Bell papa wo na bekata shwa de no so shwa 1 week we na tesa fa oje nkofo be fa da mu nyina bi sika ye tutu go na say Miss Bell abeji na ni munyam na wo so ni munyam bi wo nka wo de enim na rehware so say yes nkofo de jipos na any system so kwa fa sa anyumwe anyum so akwafa yesu na nka ye Miss Bell nipa anso hwa na fo and diamond yeah obanu menum na no ne Tracy Boache na mo 1 week na se no ono so yentie nsem ono so betro say how many times were your father asking for a friend? It's the uncompleted building in which he lived and now what's a choco, so somebody is an orphan is good though back to send a pani choco orphan in the building. They wish for us portion. She earlier wrote this on Instagram. More control and Instagram post to be I say no not just say we dear say shwa de no krana and directing call AMS box so we dear direct choko nyina abem na se for de na just say bell anso na ye nya no ye be no nso nsuo enti ere haram de ndi chemusem trendy on social media nyina so we are live on Facebook at Active TVGH, Samsung your YouTube at Active TVGH, Instagram so your Instagram handle near Active TV Official, and at Twitter so your Active TVGH. After so per more stories, I'll bet me at www.myactiveonline.com. There are fresh, juicy stories all there that you can read. After Emma Wure and Faces said we are going to big discussion in there. Yeah, assemblyman or war. Kabenya electoral area and a Baba Church and Commonia share in Kosoa Papa. They are even though the government doesn't help the assembly men and I said assembly people. Tiyanshe Kobe be a die who sima ye bar ye the better so Mario Fimidino and that's why Mammy Abna Fabia can say you try who sima basis.
All SIM cards in Ghana must be registered again with only the Ghana card. Yes, only the Ghana card.
You will not be able to make voice calls, use mobile money services, internet, and all other services linked to your SIM card if you don't.
To register, dial *404# and follow the prompts. You will be required to send the following details on your Ghana card: Ghana card number, surname, first name, date of birth, and sex.
You will then receive a special code which you will present to your nearest service provider agent or customer care center for your biometric details to be captured. Remember to add your digital address.
Dial *404# on your phone to start registering your SIM card today.
For more information, contact your service provider on 100 or the National Communications Authority on toll-free number 0800 110622. Register your SIM card to stay connected.
Memo akwaba eba Kratos eba clinic. Mini Dr. Penia meda clinic yano. Medin NT Dr. Samura Santientry. Me alliances doctor clinic insu alliances clinic abama yitumi say yitumi eye aduma. Yare bebrebe ehu aduma ene eye ewa ha. Baby a will be a fashion with you say a pen for a wasum juma yen operation. Don't pay a boo and also ye who a juma pa. Yen and a fit 2021. I buy a boy abaso and I know about body say you will be a bomb modern a war stroke I have him pa. And what you know, Yaria a bit to say sexual weakness. Prostate disorders and now prostate problems and as infertility your pals your yaria who do be bria ebrinti into me kanchiro obi timi age number no afre doctor e was 0247 77 1981 and 0261 425985 hwe clinic actually kwan e wo Pokuase Afiaman ye ben presby transformer ye yeduma free ejoda ekosi memenda anopa no nwotwe kosi anumere nonum ne efa na enso se memenda de a kai nation enso se ye pon anumere no nan enefa. Kratos wish you good health. Kratos the power to heal.
Do you know the world is being ruled by the ideas and inventions of generational thinkers?
The Wright brothers invented the airplane. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Though they are dead and gone, their ideas and inventions are still benefiting mankind.
Our boarding house, so comfortable, a home away from home indeed.
We are the young inventors, and as generational thinkers, this is where our researches are conducted for inventions.
Ici, c'est notre bibliothèque où nous faisons nos recherches.
Do you want your child to be a generational thinker? I introduce you to Pure City International School, day and boarding.
Admission is open from preschool to DHS.
Welcome back to Active Morning Show right here on Active TV, where we are now. We are here to have a political discussion, and I've been joined by Faisal Butaru Bapuri.
Thank you.
I got the name right.
It's a very powerful name.
A powerful name indeed. And we are here to have a discussion. He's the NDC communication team member in the Trouble constituency. We are still waiting for Eric Kwache, the MPP rep, to join us to have the discussion. Faisal Kwaba.
Yeah. Me chiao. Me sambi say a course within the 2 days I maybe shower.
Oh, we be a cost of fine.
Say 11 and how dear.
Oh, say I buy pass 11. Now on pass 11.
But there's something strange I recall yesterday. Ndru Ramadan for be. Etwima adwin ko asem o so ko transaction or Ghana Commercial Bank. Omuti no e-levy and omumano feedback message say yatino e-levy charges, and I was telling him no, it's not yet implemented, and he challenged me with a message. It is some way I was saying man bisa amount no, but omu charging no 5 cedi. So meaning the amounts
if you sending 500 Ghana cedis and if you are
but omu man message say we no omu man message say e-levy charges. I was surprised. I was challenging him, but the entire me here didn't kaka me say, well, MPP they don't bet me here because your cases maybe I'm charging telecos no 10% of your data. Osla bema telecos no warning say I didn't know mutia on some message say government of Ghana is taking such amount of your. Nti hono me dear change na me say okay my minjai. Mama minkogu minimas with MPP everything is possible. Oh. I did a mediate a small investigation because Mintia says a banusa.
Okay. Well, it's something that we might have to look out for.
Yes, help.
Say Ampana, or we'll try and get in touch with your friend and see say what really
I can give his number.
Okay. I'm buying and I say yes, finance minister. And the Abba say a year Momo transaction. Ever since someone can say Omo announce e-levy no Momo transactions are cut down. And they say amount for as I say Omo ye Omo the mobile money transaction no to ho. Who is saying?
Well, panic and fear withdrawal. Amount for Omo withdraw musika. Ana empo no omo twen omo ho afre sa service no say na nansa na em say Monday no me ba ha no ye di nkom me kai say me ka chew say nipa kakra omo ben omo nim say ebia o sabi ye amanyo sen kakra ye ko TV su ye be chreche ne amamu no omo nim say ye nim di kakra nte ya omo bisa ye di e koso obi nipa bebre ne ka chem say they are going to withdraw their money from their Momo account because Omo in service they don't want to patronize that service anymore. And I told them to exercise patience. The NDC minority in parliament and other CSOs are fighting this canker. MPP are buying a person this was yetiswa ebe collapse your economy. Into Omo twintwan so kakra send ebe ya ebe hwe enim say ebe baswa they can withdraw their money, but for now it's not yet implemented. That's what I told the people. But having said that, no, some statistics, no, and free Minister of Finance or free Bank of Ghana, according to Bank of Ghana, no, in the year that is December 2019 to December 2020, there has been a growth in the Momo service, no, because how much say. In the year 2019, December no, to 2020, value in the Momo no, and mobile money service no, the value have grown from 67, that's from 32.8, what I say, billion Ghana cedi, 32.8 billion Ghana cedis to 2020 December no, pim 67.7 billion Ghana cedis. That can amount to or has amounted to 100% a year increment and a growth. But from a year 2020 into a year ending of 2021, we have seen significant and a horrible decline because Abra ya grew for 100% from 32.8 to 67.7 no. Ubibe fee say anka we are gaining the momentum as a country or as an economy or mobile money service is growing.
You should digital way of.
So it's supposed to be say grow, but strangely no, we have declined. We have declined from the growth because Abraya grew 100% in the previous year. No, 2021 no, we grew only 15 billion. 15 billion point 2. That is to say, you have grown from 67.7 billion to 82.9 billion. And only say we only grew, or that sector only grew 15 billion. Abra previously, no, we grew times 2 of this 15 billion. So there's a sharp and a wild decline. What I say? Inti no krese momo no nka but e-levy will collapse that sector. What I say? Nti I was say aban no enya abutre ehwe niam mo yie because almost tre so say transactions no so a decline here to 33%. What I said, this is worrying statistics are. I was say Ghana aban ehwe na oti the amount for can say e-levy no will do harm to Ghanaians. But I'm say mo Clement, the active bite no. The guy is too intelligent because watching margin akọ bibi so. But I think it's very, very important that we all look into that direction. Say, your friend saying it could be possible, say, ebimu, because we know conflict of interest. Certain institutions or business areas may fight other business areas. Momo are gaining momentum killing a normal banking sector. No? We all know that because average person offers of a bank no. Obet me ashen niama ayafia or shen corner be or pressing the phone pack wa jinisika na wa maniska or ya fitenia on person obeko akosan ni ho afi na okwadware adwane akọ bank akọ iska ba we no okọ vendor be nimpe within the next minute wire transaction away nti we no it's possible say the Clement suggested and all suspecting can be true. Say the banking sector have come in coalition to fight the Momo so that they can gain their momentum back. I think say area was say minority in parliament should investigate further. Even the president himself.
So you think the e-levy was introduced just to collapse the mobile money agents' work, so that we can revert to the banking sector where we go there for long queues and other things. But clearly, government has not come out with that.
Government wouldn't come out with that because say sometime in 2020, yet he said Bomia is succumbing to the Momo banking sector. No, from ama Momo. No. So say a plan be on Washisha, meaning we yent me. And they will never go against their plan. Until government cannot come out to tell us say way anyway and Emma way but yet mamofo and crankwe for no yena yedi any better form na steady then koso say who foul place bia na ya say way anyway na koso until 2024 draw na ya tuaba ayom.
But then why are you not giving governments the benefit of the doubt, or say, or the monies that will be accumulated from e-levy, you know, or the be applying, or the basic schools, or the basic hospitals, agenda 111, or what can was in, or person see schools, or person see hospitals without borrowing from anywhere. Why don't we all give the governments the benefit of the doubt and support this e-levy or DB?
Ajenim, you see, the offer their panel and a year piano. Aban we unim say in the past a year or more terminal cumulatively no. Omunya an envelope amount of from your revenue near other resources are omanyano over $500 billion. $500 billion. Want me and find yashi. Want me and see hospital baku. Want me and see adia esumbu magana baako pese you have not been able to build anything that can pay for the loans you took.
Oma ye one district one factory.
Baako wa he.
One village one dam.
Ebi wa he. Ajenim, I keep maintaining my stand on the point say eye aban eye a make believe. Who can say 2020 your communication officer eye NDC communication officer Owura Sami Jemfi baby a wo bia na pay me chao or the edom or the journalists mu crofo ya kan bi na mu call various supposed places a mu ka say one village one dam ebi nu be say one district one factory signboard keke no ma say wo be bush from here to there a total bush no ma say signboard no ma o ma chro ginger so and so production. Meanwhile there's no single ginger ya plant to Sansuna one village one dam enu so usha ya koye no enye dam no mo see ye omo di grader e back ania one side say insuo to a that means insuo anto a no water inti the back sand say senso free say ba na beta ho enu no omo frɛ no dam ukai sa minister na yes adwuma no our Kumsen Oka said the government did not give us money to build a meaningful dam. So this can amount to misappropriation of funds because say yesika da baby now me ka say ska e down so unnim ade a this can be ya maninda ho in the shortest possible future no nyame be ma o adwempa bi now this can invest in a better place. But say, scat down only the obeyenti udukoya meaningless dam. That's what the minister who implemented or facilitated these dams call it. Say the money that was given to her was not meant to build a meaningful dam. I thought say the government will call for her resignation. Because say we a ministry, let's say who send the proposal to Abaya, who no obey specification no. Say dam ni yebeye baako say the depthness of the dam, the amount of volume of water it's supposed to store, the size, the risk factors, the advantages. You have to put all of this into perspective. Now they are presented to Aban. Now Aban share. Now I'll say okay, ebeboa yenye, emboa yenjai. Empo say ebeye 30 meaningless dams are nka compact scano yefanya one meaningful dam ne amount for benefit sabi irrigation send insolu taha you can use pumps to pump it some long distance into why say yeah waste ska meaningless dams abran nka yebetimi practice scano aye one or few meaningful dams mi kai say abra Sami Jemfi ni dom any for journalists share dams say ebeye juma ana ho no ba kukura MPP aye say anyone in show them ana team ebi kura be playing field and for ball what I say na omo share the NDC here under mama
someone visiting all the
they did and they challenged the MPP to come to show where there is water and they couldn't stand the challenge. Say me Faisal me makase maya adie say let's obi beka jam say enya no kra I'll prove because muna mu abemu you have all the responsibility to prove that obi allergia na Sami Jemfi adwuma no so untimi kase allegation because friends evidence based or the munkrofo mu kanu chantroi active in the kika media houses akukudam and a koye and a kon say in so and dem bakukura ni wan so dem now so ko show dem mama his excellency baby awo bia adapa mi chiao under his regime no na in so etemu in so no so dem kama inti utmi hu say we nkrofo we mu ye dangerous to our country. Yes, very, very dangerous. Nti sawoka sa omu hias kan aye say anasea empo ajeni mini wonim say ye ko pesika our bank kura e dey project a ya ko hiaska and ko loan e dey project a ube designing the friend business plan o business plan no e na be kire dia odiska no be ye sanso na aban e koye e be ye bibia o the business plan e the parliament na in the form of budget say parliament and approval and mom parliament budget na omo the coin no allocations are omo the coin no e bi nim say omo the sika no e koye say and I say amaye nanso under pressure ba omo ko under pressure afi na omo ka omo twantro say sky the base meanwhile in the budget you didn't allocate these monies. I told you say omo the 1 billion edi allocating contractors are eye aban udi omuka eye 4 billion no. You are only allocating 1 billion out of the supposed 6.9 na yentimi nya no because mpenfo akache say yenya ya nya kura no ni quarter of the 6 points.
Okay.
That means you are looking at 1.5 billion thereabout.
Okay.
Ubeye den na wudi skawe e dey akoye roads e dey akọ building youth start introno doors ajenim introno doors Ghana for bre ye bre
ene parliament esabetra say fa 11 and 7 no a majority that brown my who say they will try and table it today but information ayenya news that we are picking say currently lawyer Adjoa Safo is not in the country and because of that is why government is delaying to and I said the majority that is delaying to lay the passage of the e-bill or a discussion on the debate on the e-bill in parliament. Asem Bakosa yet say lawyer Adjoa Safo is demanding that she has to be made the deputy majority leader and Sana Obeba Ghana Abeto Aba. And mind you, Adjoa Safo was the then deputy majority leader.
Exactly.
She's asking for that demand allegedly. That is the information we are picking. The Abro say Adjoa Safo is currently not in Ghana and she has demanded that she will only come to Ghana and partake in the passage of the e-levy if only she's made the deputy majority leader. Finally, your question is also UTAG was strike. We are in their 4th week. Say, and the UTAG for calling off the striker. Any ochna. It means our universities must be shut down. The academic calendar will be cancelled. Do you think, say, government has not done well enough when it comes to negotiating with these lecturers? We also already know NLC and your Moko court. Do you think we are not handling the issue very well?
Makacho say, Nana Akufo Addo Bawumia MPP Abaye, nothing but dictatorship, democratic dictatorship, and many analysis are everything for HSA. Dictator, direct dictator, no who ju sing the why no who democratic dictator. Because democratic dictator no or sisiwa or yewa yaka or the mra ene eye or no abeshishe mra boni esanse or majority no wa pass mra no di sika wo or si mra no se me fa sika wo. Inti Nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia any MPP aban no omo authoritatively terrible in this country because they are super authoritative and omo authoritativeness negatively. They don't channel their energy of being authoritative positively. Say yesika akọ wrong places no yenchre authority to retrieve those monies. But they show authority in subduing institutions like UTAG and many like such. Because in 2020, is it 2021? In 2021, they took earlier 2021, they took UTAG to court. So I'm sure you do remember. As a journalist, you know. On the same issue, say they were demanding a year almost benefits, and you refuse them, even though you have agreed with them earlier. But implementation is not being, adhered to. Until you tag in that person, the original but it got to a time because of the court injunction, they have to respect. Say omu jimra ana omu dimra etum nti omu dimra so etwentwen so omu twinsan say strike no ma twinsan to data ya dia mom date no expire in excess of months still aban no nyehwe nti current strike ya omu call ye no president of University of Ghana branch of the UTAG no STT say Ura Samuel Nkuban I can say there has not been an official engagement from the government. Underline the word official. That means even if
was NLC National Labour Commission issue
Labor Ministry they deny it because he has stated categorically say on the part of government. They consider a Labor Commission not government representative. What I say. In any case, the Labor Commission should be fighting for a year UTAG, not the government. So they are saying that from government side, as a stakeholder, no, government did not send or made a official call up to UTAG. Onu Chrese, he has been even very lenient. If government make key steps to call them officially to make a better offer, they might call the strike off. Ms. Rowe, Sebi, how lenient can a person or institution or any body, corporate body, can be than what Mr. Dr. Samuel Nkuban said? Say I buy from officially, Emma omu better offer, they may or they will call off the strike. But as it stands, as a Ochina no Omuko court, they will be appearing in court tomorrow, 3rd February. Ochina say up to tomorrow, no say I buy from they are fine, but I buy from no so Omuko court. Whatever court does, no, they will respect the courts, but Omuko class, they will not go back to teaching unless government give them what they want.
But don't you think that they are also being hard on government because government, my answer is because of COVID, into me, my economy no, I busy basa, into almost some more. No, they need. Don't you think they need to relax and have patience for this government?
Yeah, I think they have been over patient. Omo patience no a brusu. Omo ya there. Sebio student no kura ye sum ema omo no. They are saying that they are in support of UTAG because omo tuto now will become lecturers very soon. So they are sacrificing for the UTAG so that when they also become lecturers, they will not be looked down upon. And I salute them for that. Sansuna Eya UTAG, so they are taking this risk to challenge government so that subsequent lecturers will benefit. And that is what patriotism is all about. Mimi feels government ne on the ne bosheso because say uka abutreda UTAG have been very patient and lenient to this government because what caused this agitation say aban president me de me hu be mfato ajenim me free poor family I came from very poor family, but myself and my siblings never rise up against our father onim the entra kakra or biano or the chel pepepe empo omaye majority side mi kai say ye mami nua duane so omaya wa maye ye nama e wo so ba ye papa be yi ni nama efri ni duane ono ni duane no obayi nama efri so no e wo so no e dia tu ye dia no. That is how a leader leads, to prove to his people say eba ye awunchiremu we will suffer together. Ye ko enije mu ana enije ba we will enjoy together. But not whereas we find our president flying private jet. Do you know say jet no on charter biomo? It is already chartered. Oh. Mikacho ko airport ko share. Misrel ko airport. The flight is there. You can cross check. Once Ndra boy no challenge me no. Me send you evidence no.
Don't send me documents.
Yes, I don't. Why should I sit on a national television where more credible people, knowledgeable people, more informed people are sitting and watching me, and I should lie to them at the detriment of my integrity? I won't do that. Me catch you say air flight no, air plane no is parked at airport waiting for any possible flyer. Papa be flyer ko jare wo ewiem.
Okay, we are not
me but me yeah.
We are not privy to that information.
But it is there.
We will distance ourselves for now, so maybe we get a true reflection of what
Thank you.
Is saying.
But that is the statement of fact I made. Enti say leader is enjoying himself. Enti send me papa ni me busa ye mfato no. Sabio nkasa tam no ye ebia yanya duane ayeye num gare no. Na me ye papa kope fried rice ana fufu kama bi na nam gusu sochi. Ufi say ye ayeye ni man mo ye betina o say enum gare ehwe say ye papa engine nim. Yanye will stand against our father and fight him, but he has shown true leadership. That only been on here a chapepepe. That's kabafie one botomusu omaye fili. He entertains us, and that's what President Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia should be doing to Ghana. When they can fly jet, when they can waste money, when they can increase their salary to 79%. Can you imagine 79% increment? Ajenim eti saying say wo yatu usu 4%. Ne aban atu onu ni salary 79%. How do you feel as a leader? Ni percent kakra no the small ratio that is on the 70% krano 79 krano ebru 4% no. Times 2 of 2% no against the 71% as extra. How can you be patient when your president is wasting money at wrong places, corruption, misappropriation of funds, just wrong investments, because there's no single investment I buy we buy or better say when a year it brings returns. Now the Mikacho say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama it was so anama sorry. John Mahama esi Atuabo gas MIA wasanya 2 oil fields amaye. That is so one see any other factory kwa abra yen say wasi bebre because the expansion at your friend say port Tama port it was massive investment. Massive investment. Kosher Terminal 3 just unprecedented investment that is it's paying by now it has paid its debt.
But Obedrin said we went on a lockdown for close
2 weeks. It was 2 weeks.
We extended it. Yeah, for
a maximum of 3 weeks, but it never reached 1 month.
Oh,
it's a statement of fact. It was 1 week extra. The first lockdown was 2 weeks. You can cross check, and the extension was just 1 week. That's all. And this lockdown was 2 regions. So we have to consider that into our calculation. Only 2 regions, Accra and Greater Kumasi. That's all. All the other 16 regions, 14 regions were free flow of everything. Into Ajanim, we should. COVID has never been a negative excuse for MPP. It should be it's a positive vibe for them. Because of COVID, they got 2 billion from IMF. They got 1 billion from. They got too much money, and they have nothing to show for. And that is why we cannot accept any excuse of COVID. There's no way. Say Ghana ni biabeka say even under the lockdown, what did government suffer? Nothing. Nothing. So your holidays are Ghana enjoyed. If you count all the holidays, it can make up for these 2 weeks. It can make up. Ghana is enjoying over necessary holidays. Sure, year back Christmas here, there's almost about 7 holidays because from 21st, 22nd, nothing is going on in the public sectors till even 1st January. Come to Founders Day, this day, that day, count all. It will make up for the 2 weeks. So COVID-19 lockdown has no excuse whatsoever. Say Abambe Jinaswaka say. What about the other countries that locked down for many months?
Omo Yusuf can be editor NAPCO workers.
Oh my God.
NAPCO
makuma etiti because my culture say a wrong investment, a terrible investment. When you invest where you cannot reap, you are either a stupid man or a foolish thinker. When you invest in a place you cannot reap, you are either a foolish man or stupid thinker. Say, "Ooh, just kakwa." You are not being sensitive.
It is very a little bit harsh.
It is not attributed to anybody.
Okay.
It's a straight statement.
Okay.
Because say uye nipa, man ka say abai no. Me uye obia, udi sika sebi and pay a man for didi. I don't know how best I can make it look. Say because in Bola people can take it back. But I want to use very bad place nipa ntimi faskano because that's what NAPCO looks like. You put money into God, viewers forgive me, toilet and flushed. That's the kind of investment NAPCO is. Why this NAPCO is a setback to our graduates because these graduates have spent years in schooling themselves up to the university level to masters and further. What I say, no one expertise be. No one say friend say, "Who do you know?" Are you serious as a government? You put somebody who has gained knowledge into some sector, who did not share different sectors, who got training. What form of training are you training them? Why didn't you? I like the guy, Jesse Mensah, the guy who came here 2 days ago. He made a very quality suggestion, sir. Something I was already thinking that why didn't government do instead of NAPCO? Say, we have expertise. You take them. Okay, we are expert in accounting, we are procurement, we are say. So this expertise, you group them and you form them as groups to form companies. Then you finance the company with the so-called money, the billions of money you wasted on NAPCO. They could have built sectors that government will benefit, Ghanaians will benefit, and they themselves will gain secure employment. What I say, NAPCO was just give away money free. I have friends that were NAPCO trainees. They told me, say, Faisal, office no. They are perching. They don't have place. They only stand or sits at the frontage of the institution. They go after closing, they go home, and they get marked for being present, and they get paid for.
That's a serious.
It is. It is. You can make a research. That is how most of them were deployed. Truly, because it's true. If already government is telling us there's no space for employment, so where did you put the NAPCO people? Is it not obvious? What I gathered is true. Okay. They put them there. That is what happened.
Let me take some messages. Good morning, Mr. Presenter. Please tell the nurses they should go on strike because you cannot eat and have it and have it back. Nana promised them money and job. Where is the job? There's an adage that when you are eating a monkey's hand, look at yours. Papa come from North Carolina and he adds Clement more fire. And Mystic Wonder from Insama Adweji. Former President J.E. Mills will always be remembered forever for humility, peace, loving, and hardworking. Ghanaians want to know Dr. Bawumia's position on the draconian wicked e-levy because he told Ghanaians that the Momo tax will impose more hardship on Ghanaians. This Ronaldo-led Bawumia-led government is the most inconsistent, confused, insensitive, and as bad as COVID-19. Drop the wicked levy. And from positive change, our position from Adina, our opposition to the retrogressive and regressive e-levy is non-partisan. In fact, any true believer and lover of Ghana will oppose e-levy. Considering the widespread hardship in the country today, with fuel prices rising, electricity tariffs going up, water tariffs going up, and general increase in the cost of living, the position of the 137 NDC MPs to this killer levy is the most nationalistic thing to do now. God bless NDC MPs and God bless Ghana. And good morning, Ejeni. My name is Mohammed Mutaru. I just want to congratulate you for the good job you are doing for Mother Ghana, and please tell Faisal to keep exposing the super incompetent MPP government. Inshallah, 2024, Mahama Beba. Greetings to my lovely wife, Fahimat Muhammad from Oshuman. And okay, so there's this message here. It came as a voice message.
So please say good morning. Please, but you with me and send me voice for the.
Okay, I think voice now. Audio now. Clement boy doing the active bites now. Nipa say yes, send him man on that.
Scam.
Okay, so and then there's this message from Odro Kwame Jr. and I'll say you are there and he is lying. The president has increased his salary 79%. He said what holidays as well, maybe probably you were not listening to him. Faisal, a quick one. Let's.
But is he denying that the government did not increase his pay to 79? He is not aware. That is the fact.
He said you are lying. So
then he should give contrary view.
Yes, I believe
that's all he does.
If Odro could have sent me,
Odro always. Yes. Sometimes I don't know. We are on set. That is, I don't want to say.
Okay, so he keeps on sending messages. And okay, so I'm being told that Odro Kwame, no, not Odro Kwame, Rekwache is on his way here, but we are still waiting for him. So if producer can still find out say waba na yema na mbra na yenton. But Faisal, don't you think UTAG is taking this thing far? Don't you think they should consider the children?
Madika Gacho say, a shutdown now is likely to happen. Even it should have happened already because 21 days, in counting, I drew since Monday. It was 21 days since last Monday, but it depends when the counting started. So till today, it's still counting. I'm sure, say I drew. Wow, but Matisse, spokesperson of Minister of Education, these people are too arrogant. Waba bontabe kase enyamra ewa Ghana ha say obi ana after 21 days of non-active or inactive of university should be shut down. But Nurefi say 1992 constitution is for Ghana, but universities are autonomous. They have their own constitutions, which he does not understand. Because we do know, say, universities are like countries. Am I lying? They are autonomous. Even though they are under Ghana, they have certain immunity. Give you an autonomous stature. They have their own institutions, constitutions. Guide them say, if school resumes, and for some reasons the school has been inactive, the universities have been inactive, no lectures, whatever the problem may be, that the days amount to 21 days, universities should shut down for the purposes of running into loss, because they can't be opening schools, blah blah blah. A lot of things goes into running the schools, and schools are being opened. Those facilities are being, put in place, light and all that, water, what have you, cooking, blah, you know what it's included, and it will run them into loss. So these are some of the reasons they have to shut down within the after 21 days. So who is spokesperson of education? Now, untimi embeka nyansasem enchre UTAG, you are challenging them, and that is all the MPP government does, to challenge institutions. And Intermika earlier said they are authoritatively but negatively. The government of MPP has been super authoritative but negative. They only show and flex their muscles to subdue people, but not to do it to the benefit of this country. Because Mikai said, judgment debtor, your friends say what do they call it? The Attorney General went to Britain, tried to fight and ran us into losing some billions of dollars, millions of dollars, I should say. Well, that is where they should show their authoritativeness, their can-do power, but they can't do foco. They can only do foco when Faisal sits on TV, talk. Maybe they call me who want Jai Kasa, who say Yabana, Yabetu, Yabe Boni, and now Yampin Fondo. Me can't idiot can't. It's happening. It's happening to many of the communicators. Say they threat people, even journalists. Are you not aware? Some of your journalists in different institutions, media houses were being manhandled. You know these things. Why did your friend say Manasseh Azure Johnny Kotena South Africa for some time before coming back? That is if he's still in the country. It's not on vacation. He studied. Why did Captain Smart? Why was he attacked? Come on, there are things we cannot say here. You know the consequences, but you know it is true. What him saying? Abai a dictator, arrogant. The impunity of this government is unprecedented. Say democracy na nkaye enjoying no. It's no more. Share ye kotu about 2020. Ama MCE ni minister eko chi your friend say electoral the returning officer emanu sisa aba results. Can you imagine the impunity, the arrogancy, and the authoritativeness of this government? Where did this happen? Oh, it's having somewhere in Savlugu and other areas like Techuman, and then many areas. You know, some of it is still in court. Some of these issues I mentioned is still in court. You know them. Look at this MPR, almost say, or dual citizenship. Somebody who has clearly denounced his citizenship to Canada or with Canada. Electoral Commission are confirming will go into election, but essence of they want to reduce the number of NDC from Parliament. You know, person chino sign. Che nyamine etu omuka say adwa safo etu omu say omu returning to her previous position.
That is an allegation.
I let's maintain it as allegation. I want to speak to that fact. Say. She deserves it better than Afenyo Markins. Because, Sebio, Afenyo Markins, since he became the deputy majority leader, he makes it look so cheap. Say everybody can be in that position. Because he talks too pedestrian, he acts too childish, he's a joker. I'm telling you. So, say Ajosafo is demanding that position.
Those are strong words to use on that.
Because that is the only adjectives well deserved in his.
But anyway, I don't want us to go there because we want to have an authenticity of that information.
Fine, it's still an allegation, so nothing can bind us.
We can't speak to it deeply, and I don't want us to speak it deeply.
I respect
finally, that. Going forward, and then you're for UTAG to call off the strike. We are picking information, say, a parliamentary select committee on education has invited the education minister to discuss this issue. But maybe say, going forward, what should government be doing? And then
government should heed to the call of the UTAG.
Just like that?
Yes, because Ghana, we have the money. We have the money. Government should stop pretending. Say it's looking for some 6.9 billion. We know that they are lying. They just need this opportunity to mortgage that sector because they have mortgaged all the funds that we put in place. Hustler Get Fund, what have you? They mortgage it to take monies meant for the future. And this is wickedness because Scar ubedi ochinano ochina echi ni echino ube say this askano ene sebio. Is everything okay? Look, Mama, a creative stabilization fund in the Osla, ni funds bibria. That is prudent governance. That is a visionary leadership. That is better managing economy. Or to me who say dachi no yagusu ya dachi for once I team koma nyamim frey we are still yes yagusu sre nyami so man kwantintin. We are still dachi, we are still future. So we should be saving towards the future. We shouldn't be taking money meant for the future. That is what Nana Addo is master in doing, because he has mortgaged all our funds to take 15 years advance monies. Look at the mortgage our bauxite with Sino Hydro. Too much of such. It's too much. It was 50 something billion dollars they took from Sino Hydro. What is going on, Ajenim? So UTAG is right in demanding what is due them, because the money is there. Let us stop lying that the money is not there. Look, the incentives you are giving.
If the money was there, the government would not be introducing e-levy.
If the government hasn't got the money, why is government flying jets that cost us?
Because our presidential jet is not in good shape.
Who says so? The president fly it to other places. George Weah of Liberia came to take that flight to fly to America to the UN summit, and our president is telling us that he is better.
Before you continue, Ojo Kwame Jr., it's like we are becoming too familiar with certain things that I don't owe anyone explanation on how I control the program. I don't owe anyone how I control and conduct my program. I don't really like the messages. Okay, Tuaso.
You see, the arrogance of MPP is from the top, and it has descended to all their members. This Odro guy is being too arrogant.
So
what he's saying?
Find out your quick message.
I'm saying, sir.
Your final message.
Are you sure this is my final message?
Yeah, your final message. Our time is already up.
Okay, UTAG should stand firm to demand what is due them. We in the minority are saying, sir, we support them. The students of the various universities are saying that they support the UTAG, and the entire Ghanaians are in support of UTAG. Again, the entire Ghanaians are against the e-levy. Even members of the MPP. Just yesterday, Asibe Yabua, former MP, Emma MPP, Eka said the MPP should run to IMF and forget about e-levy, because e-levy is taking us nowhere. On this note, I want to thank and greet all members of the executives of my constituency, that is Trobo constituency, from Chairman Aziz, Akota Agbo, Emmanuel, Bashiru, my boss, everybody, to our coordinators, Pastor Blessing, and all branch executives. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Okay, you better Faisal Mutari Bapuri Ase and say Obed Kayensa. Yeah, him say Eric Kwache of the MPP so Abeka but BBT went to me Abeka Yensa or Sani message what I'm quite so banso what we do. You better Ruby's Elegance, I say Ruby's Elegance and or your makeup and my yang with my friend was 0205 154 443 0205 154 443. She's mobile. Baby bia will be a friend or a say we call wedding or call boy party. Just say baby bia will call be a here makeup no or friend Ruby's Elegance or ba. Fihankra Designs and a material me chef fefe about Fihankra Designs or Ablekuma Pentecost Junction. Ablekuma Pentecost Junction. Our friend was 0249 504 845 or wow. Now I come at tariff fefe amount. Now they are coming be say we call baby bia will call be a here at tariff fefe no. And now show me why effect. Just say Fihankra Design. But what do you say? Our friend no. Now in some action community na egu myactiveonline.com myactiveonline.com for stories with Bray ego meda obibia ase a production team led by Apostle General supported by Isaac White, Too Sweet, Peter and then one count na Clifford meda Clement assessor the active bites by meda Fabia Akenton as say dia my boy we call down one dey ebe me no Fabia Akenton as say or the entertainment updates Bray even Sapia and so the sports updates Bray yeda mo nyina asese mo nyamre ehwe nyame adom a ochina yesan beto adwumedie no so bomodi answer behwe active men's sound station ekra manenda here nyame adom a ochina ebihia me di eje ni Mboaten eji me sama me ho happy birthday me nyame asese or the afeba kon aka me feel birthday party the interior birthday party maybe I will be able to be joining here now you birthday party and say in case super star my special treats be and now you were high your train Fabra yami shabu na yami ado much na ibishia bye bye
yene yawa be ma